Alright, I think everything's working. Let's go. Hello, how is it going, folks? And welcome to the long-awaited Octopath Traveler retrospective. Let's freaking go. Hello, everyone. Hello, Aaron. Yo, the Bossa. Yo, Skeptical Scribe. Great to see you all here. Oh my god, I've been looking forward to this. I have been looking forward to this for quite some time, actually. And let me just give you all a quick preface, by the way. Hold on, actually. First of all, how is the audio? Are things working out good here? Let's go. Oh, it just died. That's great. Oh, it isn't me that died, actually. I'm viewing a part of the stream in which it crashed. That's actually hilarious. Okay, let's go back to a different segment here. Seems good? Okay, cool. Yeah, we got a little bit of background music. Heck yeah. And what would a retrospective be without Lonely Screen making an appearance once or twice, right? Am I right or am I right? Okay, so yeah, quick clarification. I usually do a retrospective after I've completely finished a game. So like, you know, after I finished Triangle Strategy, I did a Deathless Hard New Game Plus run and a Golden Root Hard Mode NG run, and then I did a retrospective and I rated everything and I talked about the entire game, etc, etc. And then same thing for Link to the Past. You know, I've played a whole bunch of Zelda games, I finished Link to the Past, it was amazing, it was such a good game, I had so much to talk about, and so I did. But yeah, in this one, yeah, I'm not done. I'm not really done yet with COTC, do not worry. There is quite a bit left in terms of content. I've had so much fun with this game over the, multiple months that we've been playing it, that I kind of felt like I had to talk about it now. Now, before I start to forget all of the amazing things that have happened in the previous parts of the story. And I will say that Octopath CotC content might be slowing down a bit just because I've been playing Tactics Ogre, but probably not by a lot. And honestly, every time a new chapter comes out, I will be playing it. So far, I am not yet gotcha'd out. So far, I'm really enjoying this game. So yeah, quick preface in terms of COTC content. I'm still streaming COTC. This retrospective does not mark the end of COTC. And then the other thing I do want to clarify real quick before we go in is that, so yeah, I guess in general, these retrospectives are meant to kind of cover the course of the game itself. Usually I'll talk about story, I'll talk about gameplay, I'll talk about the things I enjoyed, the things I found kind of cliche, the things I detested beyond all measure of reason. I also in this case will probably talk about Octopath Traveler itself, because I love that game and it was freaking amazing too. So yeah, I don't think I have as much to say about COTC, so if I kind of like not really run out of content, but if I stop saying things, and if I run out of things to say, then I will move on to Octopath Traveler, because I want to talk about that a little bit before we, you know, do Octopath Traveler 2 in a few months, which I am super looking forward to as well. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's the initial thoughts. Let's get right to it. Let's get to the freaking cool stuff. So the first thing I wanted to do is talk about the story, because what would a game be without story? And then here we've got like a... Usually how these things work is I've got like a little tier list thingy that I made. Hold on. Nah. Haha, let's go. Okay, are we dropping some frames today? Oof. Oh no, that's not good. Really? On this most holiest of days? Oh, that sucks. Okay, Well... I will attempt a thing. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Okay, I've tried to fix something. Is it a little bit better now, hopefully? Maybe? I'm not sure. Okay, it looks like it's in the green for me, so I'm gonna keep going. Do let me know if it ends up, you know, just freaking destroying itself again. This seems to be a problem I've been having maybe like today and yesterday. But, okay, seems better for now, good. Yeah, let me know if it breaks again, okay? Alright, so, into the thing. So yeah, the first thing I thought I'd do is, I love tier lists, I love ranking things, it's so fun. And so in this case, hold on, let me just change the title real quick. Let's go. Oh, that's huge. Okay, let's shrink that. Oh, Sophia is a canon traveler, you say? I disagree. Let's argue about that later. Like, please remind me. Please remind me, because I have many thoughts on the canon traveler, and they relate to Octopath lore. So I do not think it is Sophia. I made a whole Reddit post about this. Wait, no, I made a Reddit comment about this at best. Okay, here we go. Topic story. All right. The first thing I'm gonna do, the first thing I'm gonna do is just talk about the story. And I think the thing about the story of COTC, just in comparison, right? I mean, you've got Octopath Traveler. It's like this kind of a little bit grand tale, a little bit of like a little adventuring story. They got 8 people, they're going about their journeys, they're going about their lives. They've got really, really different paths. Like, Tressa is out there trying to, like, you know, just living her best life. And, like, some people are just suffering. I won't go over exactly who is suffering. I think Alphen probably is the opposite in terms of just his life just keeps getting worse. Yeah, I don't know. It's a great story, and I loved all of it. And, you know, I honestly want to rate the Octopath Traveler story too, and I've got that prepped, and I might do that afterwards. But Champions of the Continent is a different deal. It's more of like, Self, hello, how's it going? It's more of a story that is meant to be cohesive and not really meant to tie together at any point. So I can see how the separate 3 paths have their own interweaving plot lines that, you know, conclude in their own threads, and then they just kind of stop, you know? And that's interesting, and I guess I like it, but I do miss the whole overarching theme, you know? I wanted Master of Wealth and Power and Fame, I wanted them to lead into Master of All, and they don't really do that. That's okay, I didn't really need it to happen, but I would have liked that. The other thing that's like a huge discrepancy between the story here and there is that Octopath Traveler's story, while it is sometimes a little bit dark, right, and sometimes characters do suffer, it doesn't really go too far into it, okay? Like, people suffer a little bit, just a tiny bit, you know? Sometimes people are, like, kind of chilling in the story of Octopath Traveler, and then, like, oh no, someone dies, and they're like, ah, damn it, no, someone died. But, like, things don't get too much darker. Octopath COTC goes all out. Like, every time a new character is introduced, I'm like, alright, when are they going to get their heads cut off, brutally murdered, and maybe tortured in front of their friends? There's, like, all sorts of PG-13 plus, maybe even R-rated stuff. There's people, like, prostitute rings, and slavery, and black market deals, and almost, yeah, it's just, it goes all out, and I didn't expect that, okay? I came into COTC, and by the way, like, not a problem, okay? Like, I've read Berserk and Gantz and all that shit, okay? I love Vinland Saga. I'm down for the darkness. But, like, I didn't expect that in the world of Octopath Traveler, and it does kind of give you this weird disconnect, where, like, did this really lead into like, that doesn't make any sense, right? Like, can you see all the freaking corruption going on in COTC world? And then, like, suddenly, like, bam, 2 years later, like, Tressa's on a journey to find out what the truth of this one journal that she picked up that looks really cool is. Like, oh, come on. I don't know, it's kind of strange, but, like, yeah, that's kind of the impression I got. I was like, wow, that's a lot of darkness that's lurking under the confines of Orstera. I don't know why this is here. But I did like it. I thought it was really cool. And yeah, let's talk about the specific parts of the story. I did want to just kind of bring that up. The overall story aesthetic that I got was like, yeah, it's kind of dark. In a good way sometimes in like an overly cliche way. All right. Let's start from the beginning. I played Shadowbringer Lynn. Also, Alabaster Gaming, hello, how's it going? Okay, yeah, and also, by the way, as always, when I'm doing these retrospectives, I do them live for a reason, okay? Like, I love reading people's comments. Tell me what you think, okay? If I rate something a different way than you do, let me know. Like, if you're like, oh, dude, I love that chapter, tell me, right? If you're like, hey, I agree, that chapter sucked, then, like, yeah, tell me. So, hey. Okay, let's see. I think I did Fame first. I didn't do them in order. I did, like, oh, I did some weird order. I'm not gonna go in the exact order. But I definitely did Fame Chapter 1 first, and then I, like, started with the rest. I feel like that's what I did. So yeah, just... Fame Chapter 1, though... Okay, Marvelous is the only answer true, but Fame Chapter 1 is bad. Fame Chapter 1 did not impress me. It wasn't, like, outright bad, actually. Fame Chapter 1 was like, eh, you know? So I'll put it, like, in C tier max. Because you... Okay, so here's what happens, by the way. If anyone here hasn't played the game, I will tell you a little bit of what happens. So essentially, Fame Chapter 1 introduces you to the playwright August, who spends his time murdering women so he can write the murders into stories. And, like, that's kind of cool. I liked that. Actually, that was kind of cool. Okay, I did like that. Fine. I'm still putting it in C tier. There's better. There's better than Master of Fame 1, okay? That was kind of to me. And then the other one started off a little better, in my opinion. So we got, like, here. Whereas Master of Power 1... oh, Hunter, yo, thank you for the hydrate. I need it already. I'm gonna be talking the whole time, you guys know this. Alright, let's go. Sorry, that might have been loud. I moved my water bottle right next to the screen. Yeah, okay. Master of Power 1 was what? Oh yeah, I liked Master of Power 1. Oh gosh. I actually really liked Master of Power 1. Cause like, I start the game, okay? And it begins you with this guy named Titus, and he's like a warlord, and he went down to the south, and he fought against the people of Hornburg. Oh, it's not an A chapter. It's maybe like a B chapter, fine. And yeah, he fought against the people of Hornburg, and I'm already like, oh shit, Hornburg! Like, I love Hornburg. Hornburg is the people that Ulbrich and other people in the game that I guess I won't spoil until later in the stream. Yeah, like, they're all from Hornburg, so I'm like, hey, that's so cool, like, mentions of Hornburg. And then he's like, yeah, I've got this guy named Velnorte on my side, and he's, like, a dark scientist, and he's working on researching this, like, magic steroid that's gonna make me even stronger. And I'm like, whoa, I love magic steroids. I mean, like, not really, but that's so cool. That reminds me of... Okay, you know what? This is gonna be an Octopath Traveler spoiler stream, okay? Is that alright with everyone? I hope you're alright with this. I'm gonna spoil Octopath Traveler. By the way, COTC spoilers are still not allowed, so don't spoil me anything that happens in the, like, future of COTC. You can spoil me up until the English version. I have obviously not played the global. Yeah, so in Chapter 1, you get introduced to this dark scientist and this mad warlord, and yeah, also this blind girl who, like, seemed pretty chill. I liked her. She was decent. So I thought this was gonna go great places, and we will talk about how that didn't happen. But yeah, I like Chapter of Power 1. It was good. Yeah, I was like, yo, like, Cyrus's story. They've got the blood crystals. It's gonna be great, you know? And then, okay. OT1 spoilers, haven't played it. Oof. Sorry, skeptical. I'll keep them to a minimum. I really won't try to spoil much. I am gonna be rating Octopath 1 later in this game, in this stream, but not now. Velnorte sounds like a cool guy. Why you gotta be like this, Sylph? Okay. You should totally play it, though. Yeah, if anyone here hasn't played Octopath 1, I will keep the spoilers to a minimum. I'm not gonna spoil the huge stuff. There's some really huge stuff that happens, I won't spoil it. I do want to be like, you know, I want to be the sort of person who makes content that everyone can watch. You don't need to know these things, but you can watch it anyways. So yeah, let's go. I also hate spoilers myself, so I will do my best not to spoil things. Okay, and then Master of Wealth 1. You get introduced to Bargello. Oh yeah, he's a chill guy. Okay, I really like Bargello. Bargello himself carries Master of Wealth 1 all the way up. Here, wait, let's put that. Let's put that, like... It's like after Power 1, actually. Like, when I started, this is what I thought the ranking would be. Like, I thought I would like Power the best. I thought I would like Wealth, like, a little bit afterwards. I was enjoying Bargello's little mafia crime ring thing. I thought that was super cool. He's going after this, like... queen, almost. Someone who scammed her way to the top of society and is selling drugs to the people of Valor. And he's down to essentially decriminalize? No, wait, no. He's down to kill Herminia, I'm pretty sure. It's essentially just JoJo Part 5, okay? That's what we're here for. You've got Bargello, he's just Bruno. And then you yourself are Giorno. And you're trying to take down the drug trade in Italy / Valor. That's exactly it. And I was like, oh, hey, I like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I'm down for this. Alright. Chapter 2s are, like, not really that impressive to begin with. Here, Master of Power 2, what happens there? Oh yeah, doesn't Rinyu get, like, shoved off a cliff? Yeah, I mean, this is a retrospective of COTC. I am gonna spoil COTC, like, obviously. This whole thing is gonna be spoiling it. Yeah, does Rinyu get shoved off a cliff? I feel like that was what happened, right? So, like, somebody confronts someone. I don't even remember. She does? Okay. Yeah, I guess that was interesting. I liked that. It was better than Fame 1. And then, yeah, that's basically all that happens, actually. You fight some wolves or something, and then Rinyu gets shoved off a cliff. I don't even remember who you fight. This is this is gonna be judged also based on my memory. If I remembered it, that means it was very interesting and I liked it. Oh, Dimitri's cool. Dimitri in this game is cool. Dimitri the Hunter, to clarify. Yeah, he brings that up to like slightly better than Fame 1. Fame 2 was actually really cool. Fame 2 was better than all the previous ones so far, because Fame 2 shows you that Auguste the playwright, not only has he been killing his actresses on the side, he also is willing to do anything to set up a story. You go to his... Yeah, Fame 2 was actually really good. You know what? I would put it higher. I agree, I would put it higher. I'm moving it to A. It's not S tier. Fame 2 was great, though. You find out that Auguste has a wife and a child. And he sets it up so that he poisons himself and the child and forces his wife to choose which of the two people she's going to give the antidote to. And you would think, you know, that the wife has realized that she's being manipulated by Auguste and that maybe she'd choose her son and she'd realize that things are wrong and good would triumph, but no. My girl instead turns to her husband, to Auguste, the guy who's been manipulating her all along, gives him the antidote, after which he reveals that I don't think he ever drank the poison to begin with. And then she fights you to keep you from, I think you save the kid anyways. And then she fights you. Like, what the frick? And the thing is, that's the depths to which people can get controlled. I loved it, it was great. That was pretty cool. Okay, Master of Fame... Oh wait, did we do Power 2? We did Power 2. Did we do Wealth 2? What happens in Wealth 2? Oh yeah, Bargello meets his childhood friend Sonia, and Sonia betrays him. This is good, but it keeps happening. That's the problem. Like, they keep reusing that storyline, and at this point, I've seen that happen so many times in the exact same COTC game that I can't rate it higher than B tier. It was good, I liked it, but I could tell she was gonna be somewhat evil, and then she was, like, working for Herminia, and I was like, okay, fine, yeah, whatever. Alright, now we got the Chapter 3s. Fame 3 is obviously very good. I will say, though, I kind of liked Fame 2. This might be controversial. I'm moving Fame 3 below Fame 2. And the reason for that is I liked the twist where Auguste's wife gives the poison antidote to Auguste. I thought that was very believable and made sense. I think when you play Fame 3 and you realize that Schwartz, who is the journalist who's been accompanying you this whole time, you find out that he's secretly been Auguste this whole time, and that Auguste has been an actor who's playing Auguste, and essentially how much of what you just saw was real is kind of the question that you're asking as you play through the events of this story. It was very good, but it's not really believable. I mean, yeah, it was a good plot twist, but like, it also kind of invalidates everything you saw in chapters 2 and 1, right? Like, that means the guy that was killing people was not Auguste. That means the guy who set up the story and was acting the plot line of being like, wahaha, I poisoned myself and your son, who will you choose to save? Like, that wasn't Auguste either, it was just some actor. And you've been kind of walking around with Auguste, and honestly, he's kind of a decent guy, like, I mean, I guess he set all this up, like, that's cool of him. And he manages to act out a decent guy for a long time, which is also cool of him. But I'm gonna rate that slightly lower than the very cool plot twist of Fame 2. I did think it was amazing. I really liked it. It was indeed marvelous, which I can't say in Auguste's voice, but it was. It was so cool. Okay, let's see. Power 3 is the probably only chapter of the story that's going straight to D tier. Actually, this is an F tier. F for Freefall. Yeah. And, I think everyone knows why. I really don't like Vel Norte. Vel Norte in this chapter makes the stupidest decision you have ever seen a guy make in his entire life. Imagine yourself in his shoes. Your girlfriend has been tossed off a cliff. You think that she is dead, and your boss says to you, please, make me this thing, and we will poison the entire town and turn everybody into zombies, and also it will give me steroids and I will be very strong. And you're like, I don't know, my girlfriend's dead, so I guess I'll, like, just kill everyone. That's not a good reason. That's not a good reason, Vel Norte. You really suck. Okay, and then it turns out Rinyu lived. How did a blind girl survive a fall off like a 50-foot cliff? This is not explained, by the way. It's just she just lived somehow, and she's completely fine, and Dimitri takes care of her and then brings her back, and she's like, Velnorte, I lived! And Velnorte's like, what? You're alive? But then why did I poison all those people? And I'm like, dude, you didn't have a reason to poison all those people, that's what. And then also, it turns out that Velnorte hid a cure for Rinyu's blindness in the magical steroids that his boss has been creating. And like, what the frick does that mean? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. That makes exactly 0 sense. So I was unimpressed with Power 3. Like, perhaps I am misunderstanding Power 3, but I think a lot of people didn't like it either. I think it's not just me. Alright, and now that we're done with the travesty that is Power 3, Master of Wealth 3 was actually pretty cool, TBH. Like, I mean, you got Bargello, and he's like, alright, I need to gather more people, so he recruits, like, a drug lord, who also just freaking gets high off of his own drugs and takes the steroids and becomes strong. And, like, honestly, if Rosso can use the Valor drugs to become strong, then why didn't Titos do that? Like, dude, Titos, you're in the wrong storyline. Move over to Master of Wealth. They have drugs there, and they actually work, because Rosso does become stronger when he takes drugs somehow. I don't know how. But yeah, Rosso ends up being a good guy, too. And then Tiziano gets tortured, we think, and killed nearly. Actually, does he get killed? It doesn't matter if he gets killed, because he'll show up again anyways. That's what people in COTC do. They just keep showing up despite getting killed. People don't die when they are killed in the story. But yeah, Master of Wealth 3 is pretty great. You eventually take down the crime lord Herminia, and you cement Bargello as the mafia boss of Valor, and I mean, I'm down for that, okay? Like, I guess no spoilers for Golden Wind, part 5 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but that one takes a slightly different turn, and this one had a nice end to it, which is surprising, because COTC goes dark so often. Yeah, like, the little thing they do, where they, like, all just casually, like, put their hands in the middle, and they're like, for the family, or, like, for the team, or something. That's really cool. I love that. That's really great. Rosso, destroyer of shirts, yeah. No matter what enemies he destroys, he just rips his shirt in the process. That means he's taken drugs. Actually, I figured it out. It's the drugs. The drugs are removing his shirt. Okay, alright. And then I think afterwards there's like a sealing the rings chapter. Yeah, I don't remember what happened in that. You just have to seal the rings. It was good. It wasn't bad. Here. Seal the rings. Bam. There's nothing to talk about. You try to seal the rings, you find out that there's some people who are like, throw the ring into the fire, and you're like, okay. And then you do it. And then this monster comes out and you beat it. And yeah. But it turns out that they don't actually get sealed, and some rando in like a clown suit shows up and steals the rings. And then Master of All. Lord of the Rings, actually though. And you know, as I was playing this game, I was seeing so many similarities. You have like Edoras. You have like all sorts of places, names, and concepts that are in Lord of the Rings. I really loved it. It's pretty great, actually. Like, you look at the whole, you know, scale of the thing and the countries fighting. Like, some people remind me of Gondor, and some people remind me of Denethor, which is slightly worse of a king to be, and it's pretty great. I loved it. Yeah, straight up cast it into the fire. Like, they're like, these rings are too much power, throw them into the fire. But the fun thing is that, you know, I know I have to, you know what? Okay, I'll put Sealing of the Rings slightly higher, just because all this time, we have the Ring of the Clerics. We have Elfric's ring, and nobody ever asks us to throw that in the fire. They're like, yeah, you can keep that. It's fine. It's fine. You're not gonna get corrupted, right? So I really do think, I don't know the end of the story, but I think it would be really funny if like you ended up being the final villain, because because I'm just saying, like, you've been summoning all sorts of people here. Yeah, there is a reason, and I'll talk about the lore reason when I get to like Octopath lore. But essentially, I think there is a reason that you don't have to throw the Elfric ring into the fire, so it's fine. Boromir would have brought me a ring of better quality. Oh shit. That's hilarious. I can imagine like characters in this thing saying that, honestly. Like Fior's mother like walks up to Fior and just goes like, Fior, wait, no, she doesn't even have any siblings. Your father would have brought me a ring of better quality. That would have been hilarious. Alright, let's go. Master of All. Master of All Chapter 1 is like pretty it's you don't do much. Fior's was the best side story. Yeah, if I were ranking side stories, I think Fior's would win by like a large margin. It was just insanely good. I did play that one on stream actually, so heck yeah. Yeah, okay, so Master of All Chapter 1, you give a flower to Alone, right? Alone's like, my sister is getting married, and I want to give her a flower to express my good wishes for her future. And her husband is really cool too. His name is General Mares, and he's gonna be important for exactly 2 chapters, so you better remember him. But yeah, you should get me some flowers. And so like you get the flowers. That's it. Oh yeah, I guess you fight some like people when you're getting the flowers, and I think they say like, oh, Pardis had me cast away from the army because I looked him in the eye once, or something like that. I don't know actually number, but whatever. You're supposed to figure out that Elrica is good, and Marez is good, and Alaune is good, and Pardis is bad. Which, yeah, I mean, that's it. The characters talk about the number of chapters. No, they don't. I made that up. But listen, she would have if she could, okay? That's just the type of girl Alaune is. If anyone could break the fourth wall, it would actually be Alaune, come on. If anyone could break the fourth wall at all, Alaune feels like the one person who kind of knows what's going on by the end of this. So I would give her that power. Or maybe King Solon. Well, we'll get to him in chapter 4. Alright, general, chapter 2. I don't even remember what happens in chapter 2. I don't remember, so it's going down here. Oh wait, is this the one where they kill off Marez? Yeah, so they like... General Marez is a guy who's gonna get married to, this really cool swords lady named Elrica. And then they immediately kill him off in chapter 2. Actually, Pardis kills him. So like his father-in-law, who is the emperor of everything, slaughters him and then blames you. I thought that was very cool. So I'm gonna actually put that above... That goes above Power 1. I thought that was pretty awesome. And then like, you don't really have anything to do with it. Oh, he already got married? Oh, okay. I don't remember that. Oh, that must have happened at the end of chapter 1. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so they get Elrica and Marez married, okay? And then they kill off Marez immediately. Pardis just destroys him. Oh, and then you have to fight this, like, snake villain, I think? Or something? Like a viper who's trying... Oh, yeah, wait. I actually... Okay, chapter 2 going up even more because in chapter 2 a whole lot of stuff happens, if I'm remembering properly. You go to the front lines of the war. Yeah, you go to the front lines of the war and you save King Pardis, the evil King Pardis, from assassination. That was really cool. I liked that. I'm gonna put it here, though. Yeah, you get, like, recruited to... No, I don't think it was put down a rebellion. I think you straight up go to the war. You go to war against some invading country. And then you, like, save Pardis from getting killed by, like, some Viper assassin. And then Pardis repays you by killing his own enemy general and blaming you for the murder. Which, I've gotta say, like, in terms of evil villain plans, Pardis is kind of smart. He knows what he's doing. Yeah, that goes above Master of Wealth. That was really cool. That goes above Wealth 2, at least. Wealth 3 is still above that, so, eh. Okay, chapter 3 gets, like, an immediate, at least, B tier. Because it has Zeph in it, and I love Zeph. Like, I love Zeph. What else happens here? Oh, yeah, you get accused of murder, you get knocked out, you go on the run. Okay, it's not as good as chapter 2, really. It isn't. But you get to meet Zeph and Clearbrook, and that's awesome. And then you meet this guy named Charles, and he's all, like, cool and mysterious, and he's like, oh, like, I'm gonna help people out, and I'm gonna be super plot important, but it turns out he isn't. Ever. Yeah. Rip Charles. Charles was kind of useless. I'm sorry to say it. I loved his character, and I thought he would be more important, but he wasn't. Okay, I think in chapter 4 you, like, meet King Solon. I don't actually remember, so it's going down here. It's probably better than Sealing the Rings, because I don't remember what happened, but I bet it was decent. Is it better than Power 1? Probably not. Is it better than Wealth 1? Actually, no, yeah, it's better, probably. Yeah, it's probably better. Yeah, that works. Okay, is 5 where she gets murdered? I don't actually remember. Primrose cameo? There was a Primrose cameo? I don't remember that. Was there a Primrose cameo? Holy shit. I think 6 is where Elrica gets killed, right? I'm pretty sure. What happens in chapter 5? Does something happen? Alright, let's check my vids. Let's check the VODs. Here we go. Chapter 5. Bam. Oh, it's loading. Oh, it's this guy. Whomstead of... Oh, yeah. Yeah, wait, fair. I forgot about that. You mean Charles, right? Like the random side story thing that you see? They could have condensed a little. I feel like there was... No, they had to put in, like, the battles. I think the battles were interesting. I think I enjoyed this battle. Here, wait, why is there a... There, okay, sorry, yeah. It was this guy. This was the chapter 5 boss. Why were we fighting him? I don't know. Here. Die like the wench who brought you into this. I thought that was chapter 6. Yeah. So you're making your way to the front lines. Did I get bamboozled? Oh, I got bamboozled in this one? Oh, thank you for the posture check. I need it. You're up against Gonzalez, he says. He was a mid-boss? Oh, there was more? Okay. Let's see if we can find the end boss. Oh! Oh, you're right. You're right. It's this. This was the thing. I loved this. Oh, I forgot. How could I have forgotten? No, this is going straight up the ranks. Okay, this will load and then I'll explain. Wait, hold on. There we go. It was this one. Okay, wait, is this chapter 5? Yeah, it was. It was chapter 5. Where'd it go? S tier chapter. Actually, S tier chapter. No, yeah, I take it back. How could I have forgotten that this is what happened in this chapter? Oh, that's so good. Okay, so essentially, to explain, at the end of this chapter, you play as Elrica, the girl who had been married to Mahrez, etc., etc. You've been watching her as a swordsman. She's been kind of like traipsing across the world and meeting people like Charles, and so on and so forth. And finally, she comes back to confront her father. What was it, 3 bosses chapter? Wait, there's a spear dude? Yeah, I don't remember the spear dude at all. It must have been before this. Whoops. Oh, this guy. This guy? Krauser? Oh, yeah, there was a guy named General Krauser. Yeah, I forgot about that. Doesn't he get, like, murdered later? I think he gets murdered later. Yeah, look at me, currently in the process of being bamboozled. Yeah, I can see myself on the screen, and I'm currently just, like, staring at it. I'm like, oh, okay, shit. Yeah, it was a good time. But the thing I really liked about this chapter, he actually survives. Oh. So you kill him later, probably, then. Safe bet in COTC. Yeah, essentially. I think I actually said that at the beginning of stream. I was like, listen, when a character shows up, it's a safe bet that they'll be murdered eventually. What happened to him? I don't remember. No, someone killed him at some point. Or maybe he becomes... His iPad switches eyes. Does it actually? That's kind of funny. Also, I just want to point out, look at Pardis's head. Look at this. Wait. Look at this. Look at this. What is this? What the frick is that? What is that? Why is his head so small? What is he doing? He's a scholar king. It's tiny, yeah. What is he doing with that head? No one knows. All of this is his beard here. His beard makes up all of his face. Alright, okay. So yeah, the thing that's happening here is actually pretty amazing. You get to play as Elrica, and she has some pretty powerful moves. She's got like a 5-hit light attack and like a decently strong sword, and yet it is Elrica alone against King Pardis himself, who has the power of every single one of the 4 rings that he's got on hand. He's got the Scholar Ring, he's got the Thief and the Huntress and the... Wait, yeah, hold on. It's not Thief, is it? Oh, it is Thief. It's Thief, Huntress, and Warrior. There we go. Okay, yeah. Thief, Huntress, Warrior, and Scholar. That's what he has on hand. And yeah, and he's just like freaking zoom in, and it's great, you know? And he destroys her. You have no chance of winning this battle, but you get to play as Elrica and experience the futility for yourself as you get killed in cold blood. Actually, not killed yet, because he does... I think he beats up his daughter. That's his daughter, yeah, by the way. He beats up his daughter, and then he captures her and puts her in jail for about 5 seconds, and we'll get to what happens after that. But that was chapter 5. I like that. That was an S tier chapter. Yeah, the shield resets, and that's the thing. They give you like a slight hope of victory. Up until now, I thought I was doing fine. You know, like 12 shield, okay. Like, he's got 5-hit light. You know, you can hit him 5 times. I do it again. I just make sure to heal on every off turn. Like, I could probably do that. And, you know, I managed to get him down, and then he just resets to 100 shield, and you're like, oh shit, okay, alright, okay. This is a fight I'm supposed to lose. Like, it's good, though. It was so cool. I honestly thought I was screwing up when I was near death. And it was so amazing. He was the first choice for the upcoming Violent Night movie. Lol. Alright, okay, let's... Beard shrink the head. Wait a minute. So that's why he becomes dumber, right? It's because his beard is just expanding. Keeps going past him. Yeah, it was a good time, though. I really liked that. And then I think, let's say... Is Chapter 6 better or worse than that? Because Chapter 6 is very good, too. It's, like, insanely good, but is it better than the Elrica fight chapter? I'm not sure. Oh, are we dropping frames again? Thank you for letting me know. Okay, hold on. Oh. Just gonna jam with the music while we wait. Okay, I think we're back. Hello. Friends, Romans, and countrymen, lend me your ears. And your frame rates. Also lend me those. Just a little choppy section. Okay, that's fair. Cool. Small indie company. I don't think I would blame Twitch for this. This might be on my end. I'm not sure. I could blame anything. My computer looks fine though. Everything looks all right on my side, so you're gonna have to tell me when it looks bad. So thank you so much, guys, by the way. Keep letting me know. Okay, we're probably better now. Heck yeah. Okay, chapter 6. Chapter 6 begins, what do we actually do in chapter 6? I don't remember. I remember the thing that happens in chapter 6, but I don't remember what we do. Don't let the drop frames distract you from the fact. That's actually true, yeah. Okay, so Pardis, by the way, I do need to get into Pardis a bit. I think in chapter 2, you find out his name used to be Prince, like, Osasuna or something. And yeah, he straight up murdered his brother. I think his father was also maybe killed by him. He might have killed his wife after he had 2 daughters. Honestly, I don't know why he went through the trouble, but hey, who knows. He did, I guess, hire the other dude, the retainer dude. So I guess he, like, somewhat invested in his daughter's sword training, but then he, like, kills off that guy, or tries to kill off that guy. Yeah, whatever. That guy was kind of cool, though. I liked him. The retainer dude, the one who taught them the sword. Is chapter 6 Rally the Rebellion? Oh, okay. Here, I'm scrolling through it right now. Okay, so we fought, like, some randos, some more randos. Which are these? Are the big enemy. Okay, there's some stuff. What's this? Here, I'll pull it up here. Okay, Alane. Whoa. Nope, this is just the playlist. The chosen one is nowhere. What? Oh, I skipped ahead all of a sudden. You escaped jail again? Yeah, you escaped jail again, I think. Here we go. Finally. Lebrant? Yeah, his name was Lebrant, right? That sounds good. Oh, okay. Yeah. This is the thing that happens. The political trial, yes. So, so the entire freaking church draws Pardis in and says, like, hey, okay, it's Solon is behind this too. So King Solon, he's a decent guy. We met him in the previous thing. He's called Solon the Wise, and he's actually a chill man. He's the guy in green over here. This dude. That's King Solon. And he's called over a whole bunch of people, all the rulers of the world, and he says to them, listen, my friends, Pardis is kind of evil, and he's doing some really freaking evil stuff. You should maybe get rid of him, like, maybe. And then Pardis shows up, and Pardis is just like, actually, though, it wasn't me doing the evil stuff, it was my daughter Elrica, and she's been captured. So, like, we're just gonna execute her. And the thing is, like, everybody knows he's lying, okay? Like, don't kid yourself. Like, everybody knows that Pardis has been up to some shit, and that Pardis is totally just making his way through this. And yet people still vote in his favor, because all of the kings of the world know that Pardis is way too tough to take on headfirst. In fact, this other guy named Kansas tried to take on Pardis headfirst for like maybe 5 seconds, and then backed out right here in the middle of the vote. Because when they're asked to vote, King Kansas and all the other kings across the land think to themselves, okay, if I vote against Pardis here, Pardis is going to kill me next. So, like, that's great. I love the political maneuvering that happens here, where, like, you know, King Solon is talking about how Pardis is really freaking terrible. And yeah, just everyone gets destroyed. Clown Guy was chapter 7, yes, that was the thing. I think you escape jail, you reach Riven, yeah, there's some more stuff that happens, and eventually you get here. Where you know, where this is what lies ahead at the path you've chosen. It is 8 chapters, yeah, so there's one more after this. Yeah, and then you get the straight up murdering off screen. And I took a screenshot of that, which is what you just saw there. Absolutely brilliant. I love this. This is so cool. This is such a great end to a pretty awesome chapter, so I'm gonna give this a plot point. Let's go... Is that better than Elrica? Gonska visited what's-his-name before this? No, I think that was the next chapter. I think that was chapter 7, right? Was that chapter 7? I feel like that was chapter 7. Well, we'll find out. I'll go to chapter 7 now and we'll see. Hold on. Chapter 7. Maybe not. Oh, yeah, actually, you might be right. That might have been something that happened in chapter 6. Either way, chapter 6 is S tier. It's such a good chapter. I did not expect that Elrica wouldn't be saved. I thought somebody would save Elrica. Like, I really did, okay? Oh, Gonska was his winning point? Oh. Wait, why were they holding the trial if they thought the king was dead? Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot about that. You're right. Yeah, totally right. Actually, that bit of political maneuvering moves this maybe even ahead. Yeah, so essentially, the King of Ribbon, which is the country that Charles happens to be from, for reasons that we will find out in Chapter 7, the King of Ribbon votes on Gonska's, oh wait, not, he is Gonska. He votes on Pardis' side in the trial, on the evil side in the trial. And that's weird because everybody thought that King Riven was the one being attacked. Like, the whole point here is that Pardis is starting, like, a war against Riven. Yeah, exactly. And then Gonska shows up, right? Yeah, that's the thing that happened. And then Gonska shows up, and he's like, oh, like, you know, freaking, what are you talking about? There ain't nothing here. Like, I'm just a normal king living my normal life. As you can see, I am completely alive, and King Solon the Wise is completely incorrect. And then he's like, yeah, Pardis is a good guy, and he showed up and talked to me about making our countries better and being good people. So it was kind of cool. Yeah, I liked that. I love the gameplay and story integration that happens when you get to play as Elrica in Chapter 5. But Chapter 6's political maneuvering was also amazing, and I loved it. So I'm keeping that in S tier. Either way, still in S tier. Still S tier, definitely an amazing story. Better Call Saul strats, actually, though. This seems like the sort of thing, wait, straight up Ace Attorney strats. Okay, I'm not gonna reveal exactly what, but that happens in Ace Attorney. I forgot about that. I also missed Gonska's laugh. Gonska's kind of cool. I mean, he's like a terrible freaking person, but, you know, he's kind of cool. Okay, so then we move on to Chapter 7 out of 8. We're nearing the end of Master of All now, and the story begins to get more Gonska in it. There's always more Gonska. You find out that, well, you know Alana is Elrica's sister already, and she decides to grow a backbone really, really fast. Surprisingly fast, actually. Turns out she's been learning swords the whole time. Lebrant has been teaching her too, which I'm down for. I love that, makes sense. And she decides to fight, so she goes off to rally Charles, and he tells everybody that his real name is, like, Richard, I think. And that makes sense, because I think in Japanese, like, Richarudo would have been, like, close to, like, Charuruzu or something like that. Like, I think those have similar pronunciations in Japanese, like, a little bit more similar. But, like, Richard is Charles. He's the same guy. And it turns out that he's also the son of the King of Riven, which was, like, I didn't see that coming, but, like, I feel like that should have been obvious. Like, that was definitely my fault that I missed that. And yeah, and then Charles shows up and he's like, you killed my father, prepare to die. But then he also says that he and his father didn't have a great relationship and that he was kind of on the run anyways. And also, like, Gonska, my friend, why did you leave the king's corpse on the throne over there? Like, in zombie form, like, that's just not good. Like, why? Well, yeah, essentially then you fight Gonska. Actually, no, I think Charles fights Gonska and then he, like, loses or something. Oh, and he never even does. He doesn't do anything. Charles was exactly what you expected of him, a disappointment. Getting a fake name that sounds like, oh, you know what, I forgot, Radrix, thank you for reminding me. I forgot to call Elrica out on this. Elrica goes into hiding, okay? She's all like, I am the swordswoman El. You know how many people are gonna see right through that? Absolutely everyone. Elrica, you can't call yourself El. That's not how this works. That's not how this freaking works. Come on. Alright, it was actually terrible. But then you fight Gonska the Clown. He's literally called the Clown. It's a thing. You did this IRL as a teenager. You gave yourself a fake name that sounded... Oh, okay. I thought you might have maybe, like, instigated political rebellion as a teenager, because honestly, I'd believe it, you know? I think everybody here is probably capable of anything. Guys, don't instigate any rebellions. Okay, Tony's mom. Oh yeah, how could I forget Tony's mom? Can I pull that up? I can't. I don't know exactly when that happens. Oh, I have it. I found it. Let's go. So here is where we pause on Tony's mother. Here is where... So I had not used allies up until this point in the game. I think 2 weeks before this incident, I recruited one ally as, like, a kind of joke. We were essentially just messing around and we needed to test out Fior's damage, and I beat up Tony's mother. And I had to beat her up twice, so I had to beat her up once as a challenge and then twice to get her as an ally. So I had exactly one ally this entire game and happened to need her precisely in the Gonska fight. She does 2-hit ice damage. It was exactly what I needed to break his shield at that time. So it was absolutely amazing. Tony's mom came in clutch and defeated pretty much one of the most badass villains in the entire game. So Tony's mom for the win. She lives on as a legend in in all versions of Orstera. Yeah, you didn't know this, but actually there was a footnote in Graham's journal, and it says Tony's mom has got it going on. Okay, actually, Graham came before this. That's anachronistic, but whatever. Yeah, Tony's mom has got it going on. Hey, yeah, we made that joke back then, and we'll make it again. Okay, no one's gonna stop this. Her son is, like, not the best. Okay, but well, that's Octopath territory. Her son is not important either. Let's move on. So essentially, yeah, you kill Gonska, and then what happens? I don't know. Oh yeah, does Alana give a speech here? Is this the one where she gives a speech and then gets, like, shot? Yeah, it is. Look. So then Alana gives a speech. And then she gets shot. Like, that's kind of nice, right? And then what? I don't actually remember. There's, like, more stuff. Oh, they're, like, starting a rebellion or something? That's kind of cool. I like it when people start rebellions, usually. Oh, it's Krauser! This is what happened to Krauser! Oh, okay, yeah, we found him. What's he gonna do? Oh, you fight Krauser again! Oh, that's what you do. Okay, well, that's less interesting. I don't think anyone at this point really cared about Krauser. Yeah, you fight him again. Okay. Well, that's fine. Huh. Oh, also, by the way, if anyone might be lagging behind screen a little bit, feel free to just reload the page, and I think you'll be right back in time with stream again. So yeah, this is a PSA. If you think you might be behind the times or something, reload the page, that should fix it. Let me know if that doesn't work, by the way. Okay, cool. Making sure that everybody's got that. Lynn, don't start rebellions. Listen, sometimes you gotta start rebellions, okay? Sometimes. But, like, you know, make him good. Do bad things sometimes and don't get caught and have good motives. There we go. He was there, force you to return to the inn. Yeah, I mean, he existed. I think I fought him. I don't remember anything particularly interesting in this. And then I think you just end off on, like, a, hey, we need to kill Pardis note. That's probably it. Okay, back to the tier list. I think Chapter 7 was pretty decent. No mutinies allowed on this stream, though. Okay, alright. No evil laughter either. Okay, maybe a little evil laughter. We can't let Gonska in the lurch. Yeah, I think 7 was decent. 7 was decent. We'll put him in, like A tier. It's like A tier. Is it better than Fame 2? Is it better than Fame 3? It's probably better than Fame 3. Because, you know, we're fighting Gonska. He's pretty badass. He's got a lot going on. I'll give him that. Yeah, and then Pardis. Pardis is a whole nother story. I think Pardis' difficulty drags him, like, straight up to S tier. I think this was just really fun. It was a great way to end the game. I really appreciated everything they did in this specific chapter to make it feel like you're really fighting, like, you know, someone who's just got everything under control. And then just to, like, kind of let people know, most bosses in Octopath CotC have 2 phases, right? Like, most of the big bosses. They've got phase 1, where they kind of, like, do some stuff, and then phase 2, where they go, like, full transformation and take the power of the ring and use it. And then they're, like, you know, decently unstoppable. But Pardis has 3 entire phases, and not only does he have that, he has, like, freaking generals to aid him, a la Breath of the Wild. Like, you know, in Breath of the Wild, you have to kind of, like, fight these 4 mini creatures, and then once you beat them, you get, like, an easier final boss type of thing, right? I guess it's not really easier, but you get the help of the people that you saved, essentially. In this thing, it's the same. Like, you can fight the generals earlier, and you don't have to fight them while you're fighting Pardis. And, yo, those generals themselves, I mean, okay, they're not hard to defeat on their own, but, like, I can imagine that the Pardis fight would be so freaking stacked if you had the generals to fight while you were doing it. At that point, my only character that could do, like, any significant damage to Pardis was Fior. I had no light mages whatsoever. I had Viola and Lynette, but those were the only 5 stars I had other than Fior. So yeah, it was, like, me trying to do damage with Ashland, and it was really cool. It was super fun. Like, you know, did I even have Wingate then? Was I using other characters? Let's see what I was using. Hold on. We got Pardis on point. Yeah, so then the other thing is that Alaune shows up on the 3rd phase, and on the first try, I did manage to get all the way to the 3rd phase. I actually got really close to the end of it. I'm gonna skip all the way there. Wait, hold on. So yeah, look at this. It's so freaking cool. Look at this. That was more flavor. You skeptical. I died on the 3rd phase. I got all the way. That's the thing. I got all the way to the. So this is phase 2. Let's look at phase 1. So he looks like a normal guy. Phase 1, I think. These are generals. These are the normal folks. Okay. Yeah, normal guy, phase 1. Yeah, I freaking died on phase 3. Because, okay, so I'll tell you exactly what happened. And the thing about phase 3 is that, so I'm the sort of player, I hate looking things up. Like, I'm not gonna go look up what people's weaknesses are, right? And Pardus's whole gimmick in phase 2 is that you're not supposed to hit him in places where he wasn't his weakness. So you're like, okay, fine, like, you know, I can kind of figure it out by hitting him with everything, and then whatever thing actually sticks is his weakness. In phase 3, you're directly punished for hitting him with weapons that aren't his weakness. So I had no way of doing damage to him, and I also didn't have Odette or like Peridare or any of the characters who had Analyze, so I had no way of knowing what his weaknesses even were. So it was actually impossible for me to do damage without getting every status effect, like actually every status effect, I'm not exaggerating. Yeah, and then just got like completely just, yeah, so it looks like I had Sophia. I had Sophia and I had Fior, that's right. I was doing this with Fior and Sophia. Tony's mom didn't do anything in this fight. Yeah, it was kind of, it didn't end up working out. I think the thing here was just like figuring out what the weaknesses were in phase 3, and I couldn't do that. But I did I finished off the whole thing. I did 1, I did phase 2, and then we died at the end of phase 3. Like, look at this. I got this far. Yeah, like, I got this far. And then he did one attack that, like, just destroyed me. Here, I think I was actually doing fine before this. Like, I was doing alright, and then he just took out my entire front line. Yeah, okay. Oh, and then the other thing is, he killed Viola. And, like, Viola does the only type of damage... Yes, I did bench Peridare for Sophia. So the thing is, I actually think, in an ironic twist of fate, I would have probably been better if I had kept... if I had kept Peridare. But then I wouldn't have been able to get past phase 2 as easily. But I could have probably hung in there. Yeah, this is the thing that killed me. Because I straight up couldn't do anything, like, at this point, I think. And then I probably just... Oh, wait, I think I healed and managed to survive a bit longer. What killed me? Wait, what killed me? This was the first stream you saw? Hey. I remember this. Yeah, Alane actually... fun fact for people who might not have done this. So, like, even back then, like, my Fiora and Sophia were not, like, amazingly leveled up or something. I had just gotten Sophia in, like, the stream before this or something, so I had done my best to train her up. And yeah, like... like, I think... I was doing my best. I think we got, like... Wait, did I not get killed here? I thought I got killed here. Oh, I did get killed here. Okay, here, I'm like, deciding what to do. For, like, a long time. Oh, yeah, he straight up kills my front line. I don't think there was anything I could do. Yeah. Here. Yeah. So that's the thing. So that is the thing right there. See, like, heal- wait, hold on. Heal more all. Heal more all back then gave me 700 heal. So I could not survive that. Yeah, and then I straight up lost my entire front line. And the thing is, Alane stops healing you. Freaking, yeah, I know, and then Ramona didn't have, but the thing is, it's not like Ramona didn't have BP because I used all of it. Like, I needed all of it. Alane actually stops bringing out the heals and the cool stuff, after a certain point in the battle. Like, she just straight up, like, lets you freaking die. And she does revive you, too. I think I got revived and then died again. Like, I took the revive, and then Viola died immediately. This was after the revive, and then I had no way of surviving. Pardus, by the way, also, at a certain point in the battle, I think he brings up, like, a plus X amount of percentage defense against everything. So it just becomes really hard to do any damage. So good time. Had Ramona and Mina as mainstays. Her arrow wound lowered her MP. Imagine being completely freaking dead. Main character Sophia was there for... I don't think Sophia's the main character. I'm gonna go into why I think that, but Sophia's actually a second candidate. Second candidate out of the original 8 for being the main character, I'd say. Anyways, yeah, so then I died. And then I did it again, obviously. Second time, I was totally victorious. I got better armor, and then I lived. Like, that's basically it. I don't think I had the best armor in this one either. Okay, we got Pardus. We got Tower Fight. We got Master of All 8. Yeah, that's it. And then the final chapter, I don't even remember. But obviously, going back to the tier list real fast while this loads. Obviously, Master of All Part 8. Oh, I already put it there. Whoops. Okay, Master of All Part 8 gets top tier. Yeah, what am I doing with the Trial of the Ring, though? Oh, wait, I can't move it. It's not going in free fall tier. I don't remember it at all. It's probably slightly worse than Sealing of the Rings here. Let's see what happens in it. What's this? Okay, you go up a cliff, you go to the... And you fight Sazantos. Oh, yeah, you fight Sazantos. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. Looks like you fight Sazantos and then, like, feel good about yourself. He's like, I need to know that you're real, so I'm gonna have you beat me up. And, like, dude, like, freaking... Didn't Gonska beat you up earlier and take your identity? I guess maybe Gonska didn't beat him up. Maybe Gonska just took his identity. Maybe he's Gonska, yeah. Radrix, you're right. Seal for real. Do the rings actually get sealed at that point? I guess they do. Here. And then they get sealed. And he finds out beyond a shadow of a doubt that we have cast the rings into the fire. And, Apatheia and Pathos or something. He's like, they call themselves after fingers of the hand. I think they're like Apatheia, the ring finger, and like Pathos, the thumb, or something like that. And then they sing the ring, they seal the rings with like a dance. That's kind of cool. I like that. I'm down for that. Yeah. Okay, good for them. It's not a great chapter, I guess. It's just like a medium chapter. Isildur shows up randomly. So imagine if this was like a triangle strategy or like a tactics ogre, where you show up at the end, you know, and you and you have all the rings, and Sazantos is like, cast it into the fire, and you go, no. And you like put all 4 rings on, and you're like, ah. Like, I'm gonna do that at the end. Like, at the end of all of the 8 chapters, when they finally finish catching up the English version to the Japanese version, I will put all 8 rings on 8 of my 10 fingers. I guess not the thumbs, probably. Yeah, then I'll walk around, I'll be like, alright. Yeah, can Pardis really call himself the Master of All if he only had 4 rings? Like, that's not a lot of rings, there's 8 of them. Heck, I heard there's 9 rings given to the human kings doomed to die. That's what I heard. I don't know, it's an irrefutable fact. Okay, yeah, we got that. Where's my tier list? Bring it back. Okay. Math is hard. That's why. Little did we know. All of this was because math is hard. Understandable, have a nice day. Okay, so that's the tier list. That's gonna be my tier list for now. Here, I'll save it too, just in case. Save. Download image. Heckin' yeah. Story. Tier list. Let's go. I mean, it's a great story. Like, I really did enjoy it. I thought it was awesome. I think in the end, if I had to change anything about the story, I would see if I could maybe tie things in a bit more. Like, I would have liked perhaps Gonska. Yeah, I guess now the topic is like story retrospective, but it's gonna take like 5 seconds. If I could change anything, I would have tied it into other stuff a little bit more. I would have liked to see maybe like Gonska or like, I don't know, like Charles maybe even, because he did nothing in the main storyline. Just show up, you know, in the other stories. Like, that would have been kind of cool, right? Like, maybe like Gonska shows up and Bargello's doing something, and like he's like in a small cutscene and he's just like, yes, that's where one of the rings is. I will need to take care to retrieve it once Herminia is taken down, you know? Something like that, you know? Because later on, he just shows up and takes all the rings from you, like, I get it, but, doesn't really give you that foresight, the little tying together of the stories that Octopath Traveler itself does so well, so, you know. Having 8 chapters to cover my tier list in his beard was the goal. Master of all tiers. Master of all beards, more like, TBH. He has one strength and he knows what it is, Pardis. And it's not being the master of all, it's just straight up having more facial hair than everybody else. Alright. Okay, so, after this, we all know what's going next here. I rate the story, I rate the characters. I'm gonna rate some characters, let's do it. I don't know much about these characters, though. You guys can fill me in with the opinions if you have. Some of them I know a lot about, some of them I know nothing about, because I'm very much an Octopath Traveler 1 player at this point for story. But I have played some of these people's stories, and they're gonna factor in here. Bam. Here we go, this is a character tier list. This one has a lot of duplicates too, so I'm gonna have to remember not to do anything duplicate. But, yeah, I mean, some of these guys are great and some of these guys really suck. This is all 5 stars. This is, not the 4 stars, so I do want to call out a certain 4 stars that belong on here. Let's see, 4 stars of note, because I'm not gonna bring up, like, a whole tier list with every single character in it, purely because I don't know any of them. Okay, like, I think I remember Yugo, one of the 3 stars. The octuplets are definitely there. Yeah, that's straight up it for like 3 stars. I don't think I know any of the others. I'm pretty sure actually that they are separated into 3 different categories. There are the Red Valley youths, the women looking for husbands, and the octuplets. And the women looking for husbands all value fame, the Red Valley youths all value power, and the octuplets all value wealth, and there's 1 of each class. So there's exactly 24 3 stars, and none of them are important. Except for maybe Yugo, because I happen to have him at like 45 level, because I needed somebody to be enough fame to, you know, put on a team. Whatever, okay, that's not the point. They're all not important at all. They have very similar stories, they do the same stuff. Okay, the women are power and the guys are fame? Oh, I didn't know that. Wait, really? What? What? Oh, you're right, because I leveled Yugo for fame. Huh. I just said that, and then I switched him. But, like, that never connected in my head. I totally thought the women were fame. Huh. Okay, my bad. my bad. But yeah, that's your setting of things. And I've heard that there are, like, 8 or maybe 11 or something. There's, like, forbidden 4 stars that haven't gotten in yet or something. But some of the 4 stars that are in right now are pretty great. So shout out to the guys that aren't on this tier list. Here, just special tier. Oh, frames. Oh, gosh. Frames. Frames be dying. Oh, it went all the way to 0. That's bad. Why did it go to 0? What happened? Oh, we're back. Oh, we're back. Let's go. Hello. Went back to 0 again. And back to 388. Oh. Oh, we're still in the 0 digits. What changed? Nothing is different. What is this computer doing? Save the frames, indeed. Man, there's gonna be a significant delay if I'm looking at this. Alright, give me another few seconds. I'm gonna try turning something off. Okay. Are we a little bit better now, maybe? Ugh, doesn't look like it. Give me another second then. How about that? Should help. No. Still no. Okay, just resetting certain things in quick succession. Don't mind me. Let's try this. It's still in red. Are you kidding me? Okay, last you heard, basically shout out to the 4 stars. Oh gosh, that was a while ago. This ain't great. I wonder how bad this is now. Oh, she went all the way down. Okay, hold on, let's just delete this maybe. I hate to do that. And then we'll try resetting. Oh, it went up. Okay. It went up again. I'm gonna wait and I hope it'll be better. Yeah, it's not... I don't think it's Twitch. I think it is specifically the connection between my realm and the universe. It's an unfortunate fact. The quantum leap do be shambling. It's a hard knock life. Okay, the number's gone up, which is quite nice. But the indicator's still on red. Try reloading if you can hear me. Oh, okay, we got it. We back to green. Let's go. Let's go. Can people hear me? Okay, this should be fine. So yeah, if you're currently hearing this, just reload your stream and I think you'll be caught up with the... I think I said scream. Reload your stream and you should be caught up. Yeah, let me know if that doesn't work. And I'll probably have to wait a few minutes for that to even get across. Oh gosh. This is just how this thing ends, isn't it? Ain't that just the way? Okay, reload stream and caught up. Hey, how about now? I hear you. Yeah, how far behind? Not very, I think. Actually, that wasn't too bad. That was like maybe a minute. Okay, maybe a minute is kind of decently far. Alright, when you hear me say this, type up yes. Okay, that's not too bad. Yeah, that's normal time. Let's go, we're back. Let's go. Okay, cool. Great. So now that we're back, I think the last thing I was saying was, in terms of the characters, I don't remember any of the 3 stars. I don't freaking care about them. I mean, they're great. They can go about their lives and they're okay. The 4 stars, I was gonna give a shout out to a few of them. the 4 stars that I particularly appreciate for being the way they are is A, Wingate. Wingate carried me right from the beginning. Wingate's passive is that he gives 20, but the octuplets. Okay, fine, like they're kind of cute, and I love that they bring in the original Octopath Travelers. Like, I definitely played all their stories just for that. But like, I mean, that's not enough. They're not good characters, they just ask, and some of them are infuriating. Like, the one that, I think it's Sunny, is the hunter, and she like shows up with Hunnet, and she's like, I want to learn how to be a hunter, but I'm so busy crying that I can't see my prey. And I'm like, god damn, freaking stop crying then. Like, it's, okay, fine, I don't know. I'm being too harsh to the poor young child. But, yeah, I don't know. I did hear about Billy, yes, or like, I think it's, is it Billy? I thought it was Dory, one of them. Oh, it was Billy? Okay, yeah, the thief one. The thief one is apparently important because in the future he gets a speed debuff that stacks with other people's speed debuffs, which is pretty cool. Sylph, oh no. Sylph, reload. Reload the stream, Sylph. It's a hard knock life. Okay, but yeah, I think, I couldn't deal with Sunny, I'm sorry. Some of them were decent. I really liked the one who showed up and asked Ophelia how to pray. Like, he was like, dude, I don't get this whole faith thing. And Ophelia's like, question mark? You just gotta believe. Okay, you have reloaded. Nice, Sylph. Yeah, I think the octuplets were alright. Anyways, shout out to Wingate, because, like, Wingate, my boy, you know, his passive gives, I think, 20 plus damage, not 20 plus, 20% plus damage to anyone who's in front of him who's attacking a broken enemy, and that's, you know, anytime you want to be doing damage. So yeah, swapping out Wingate with your top tier damage dealer is literally still viable as a strategy. Like, I still would use that anywhere. So these people are not on this tier list actually, but I'm gonna just list them. Wingate. Okay, second S tier, Ramona. Everybody knows this. Ramona's heal is pretty awesome, okay? Like, having a, like, large-scale heal like that. Ramona is still on my team because I do not have a 4-star, sorry, I don't have a 4.5 or 5-star Apothecary, Cleric, or Hunter still. So, you know, Ramona's still here. She's chilling. Her heals are insanely good. She's also a top-tier backpack, and when I say backpack, I mean somebody I can put in the back row and just have them heal somebody else, which is amazing strats, especially for someone like me who plays pretty defensively and likes to have some tanks. This is for both character usefulness and stories. Usually I would do them separately, but we have so many characters to get through. This is Octopath Traveler COTC, so I'm gonna go through them at once. This is both. So, like, certain characters are gonna rank highly because they have great stories, and I'll take that into account when I make my decision. Yeah, this is literally everything, like, including just appearance, because some of these people down here, like, some of the 5 stars, I don't even know anything about them. So I'll rank them purely based on how good I think they look. Like, I don't know. Because I don't have them. Like, I didn't get them in the gacha game. That's the thing about COTC, right? Like, I can't rate characters I never actually got to try, and I can't try everyone because it's a gacha game. So it kinda sucks, but that's how it works. Okay, Wingate, Ramona, heck yeah. Third, Ashlan. It's weird, but Ashlan is still my main hunter. I had him from the beginning. He's like at level 74 or 75 or something now, which, considering that I put no effort into training any of these characters up, is pretty insane for somebody who caps at level 60. Yeah, I really, really needed him for the Tiki Len fight, obviously. That ended up working out just fine. It worked out perfectly. And yeah, he deserves it. You know, he's a decent hunter. He's got a crit plus. He's not even the best hunter in the game, honestly. I think Lucetta is probably a better hunter if you're gonna use 4 stars. But I never used Lucetta, I used Ashlan, so I get Ashlan in there. And then final backpack, Merit. She's great, you know, she's a backpack. That's it. That's all she's good for. She has back row regen and like a decent amount of magic damage, so she can actually stack it, other than like Camilla, for example, who can be in the back row and can do things, but her back row regen is just not very high leveled at all, so it's kind of not worth it, IMO, but whatever. I guess honorable mention to people I used back in the beginning of stream and didn't use after I got relevant 5 stars that replaced them. So like, honorable mention, Pia, who else did I use? Paradir. Whoops, Paradir. Did I use anyone? Menno! How could I forget Menno? I love him. And one more. Who am I forgetting? Oh no, this is gonna freaking haunt me. I'm missing someone. I'm missing someone important. What class am I missing? Miles! Okay, there we go. These are the folks that carried me through the first bit of the game, so I'll give them credit for that. I'll give them... Oh! Did I get one of every class? No, I didn't. Menno and Ramona repeat a class. What class did I miss? Mabel. There we go. Okay, and that's the final ranking of... they're not going at the bottom because they're like bad. They're going at the bottom because... Wait, frick. Move to the freaking bottom. Move. Yeah, okay. Yeah, they're going to the bottom because they're 4 stars and they're not on this list. Okay. Special tier. 4 stars. Bam. Whoa, it doesn't work. Whoa, it's dying. Oh gosh. It's fine. We just believe in the power of... Oh, it just keeps dying. Here, I'll just copy this. And then I'll reload the page and it'll reset. But that's okay because I've copied it. And then I'll paste it. Nope. Okay, apparently we're not going to get anything out of this. Okay, there. Close enough. Okay, and now on to the actual 5 stars. Yeah, which of these people do I actually know? Let's find out. Somebody said at the beginning of the stream that Gilderoy was, like, underrated or something. Who said that? Which of y'all said Gilderoy was underrated? Because whoever you are, I think you're kind of right. I love Gilderoy. I liked his story. It was pretty good. What was his story about specifically? I think he was like, there was this like blue jewel or something, and he had to get it back from some dude who like took it or something. There may have been a fake one involved. Yeah, the story was decent. It was pretty good. I liked it. But yeah, he's just a great unit. I think he's so far the best merchant. I hate to say that Tressa is not the best merchant, but like Gilderoy's pretty good. Also, I do need to make an S tier. I forgot about that. Add a row above. Cross this out. Oh, cross this out. Make it red. Because, you know, I used up the other one. There we go. And then this will just be S tier. Okay, here we go. I think Gilderoy is a decent merchant, and I would definitely put him at A. At least A. He's the first A unit. Hasumi. I don't know anything about her. This goes in like the I don't know anything about them category. I don't know Hasumi, but she's really cool, so I'm gonna rate them separately. Like, she just looks so cool. Heathcote. Okay, I love Heathcote so much. He's such a cool character, but I totally did not get him in this game, so I can't rate him by Gachapath standards. Fortunately, I told myself before I started this that I would allow myself to use Octopath Traveler to rate characters, and Heathcote is really cool. I really like him. Yeah, he's actually a good unit in Octopath too, I think. Not that I ever used him in Octopath, but you can use him if you want to, I think. And I think he's pretty good. Yeah, he's just also a cool guy. You know what? I'll put him in A just for that. How about that? Okay, Lynette. Yeah, top tier. Everybody knows this. I'm not even gonna argue with the fact that Lynette is just really good, okay? Like, everybody knows Lynette is really good. She's got a passive that allows you to, essentially, whenever you swap rows, your entire front row gets a boost to both physical and magical damage. And the best part is with the Bravely Default fan that we've already gotten, you can stack that. So every time you swap, you get 2 turns of physical and magical up on the front row, and you keep on switching, you keep on stacking. At some point, they're gonna have like 8 turns of progressing physical and magical attack up, and it's just really, really useful. And that isn't even counting the skills she has. Like, she can do 3-hit fire damage, she's got like a 3-hit fan damage, she can do a special set of... Oh, yo, thank you so much for the resub. Heck yeah, Specky. Let's go. Okay, and yeah, he can do like all sorts of damage, and it's just so useful. Lynette was my first unit, so I love it. Lynette's the only... Oh, yeah, I heard about the special, so I'm waiting for that. That might be kind of cool. So let's go. Let's freaking go. Yeah, actually, I did pull another Lynette sometime back in the beginning, and I wasn't able to upgrade Lynette to A1, because, I mean, like, I can't freaking upgrade if I'm gonna use this for, like, a special in the future or something, so I was down to that. Yo, Specky, thank you so much for the raid, too. Heckin' appreciate it. Let's go. That's not even... Yeah, I saved the Lynette Stone. I did hear about that in time, so heck yeah. Welcome, everyone. We are talking about Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent. It is a great game. It's a gacha game, and it's completely free. Highly recommend you play it, and if you play it and like it, highly recommend you play Octopath Traveler itself. Such a great game. Love them. They're great. Okay, alright. Yeah, we're rating all the characters based on either their performance in the game, their performance in Octopath Traveler, their storyline, or how hot I think they are, because I don't know some of them. It's a gacha game. I didn't get all of them. Okay, speaking of how hot they are, is this Millard? This is Millard, right? I don't freaking know Millard. I never got Millard. He has like a multi-hit. You got 3 Millards? Oh yeah. Okay, is Millard good? I don't freaking know. He looks kinda... He looks alright. He looks like I wouldn't use him. He looks like if I got him, I'd keep Ramona instead. I'm being mean to Millard. I think he's great. I think he would have been very useful in the Partis fight when I needed light damage. That was a specific strategy a lot of people used. He's fine. Okay, yeah, I've seen a lot of hate for Millard. I heard he's fine. Does he... Okay, here, this will decide his fate. Does he have back row regen? So if you put him in the back row, does he provide healing to the people in the front? I know he doesn't have front row regen, because that's something Liana has, but... If he has back row regen, then he goes up. If he doesn't have back row... He doesn't? Then he's, like, distinctly worse than Ramona. I don't think... What's he useful for? He has multi-hit light. That's probably what he's useful for. But I have Odette, so I don't need that anymore. Hey, let's go. Latte Zero, hello, how's it going? See? Oof. It's a hard knock life. Also, yeah, I think, his heal all is basically full heal. At this point, my Ramona's heal all is full heal. Okay, like, disagree. Okay, I'm keeping him in C. He doesn't get anything. Corrin! Yo, I never summoned for Corrin, but I have 2 Corrins. I have so many Corrins. I didn't expect that, but he's kind of cool. I didn't bother leveling him up yet. He's gonna get use in the Varkin Cup when I finally try that sometime. He goes above Heathcote because he's just cool. He has vanilla heals. He looks vanilla. He looks like a freaking vanilla... He looks like a cupcake. I love him. Corrin is highest DPS. Yes, he is, actually. Corrin's best skills, I believe, come at very high levels. My Corrin has just hit 80. I probably have the guide stones to move him up a bit, but I haven't used him yet, so I gotta do that at some point. I gotta level him. I'll do that eventually, I suppose, when I set up his stuff, but yeah. All his attack skills are single hit. Are you talking about Corrin? Corrin has a 4-hit sword. Peacock strut. 2 Corrins in the same pool. I think it was actually a Corrin and then another Corrin sometime when I got, like, someone else. Like, I think I got Odette and then I got Corrin right afterwards. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Corrin definitely has a 4-hit sword, though, and that's actually better than Fior's 3-hit sword. But Corrin has the disadvantage in my specific team of being level 80 when Fior is level 94. So, meh. I've been leveling Fior for a while, so yeah. I haven't set up, like, a proper, like, you know, auto farm or anything like that yet, so, you know, when I eventually get around to that, I'll be able to use them, but not now. Is this Primrose? Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah, let's go. Heck yeah. I don't have Primrose. I don't have Primrose, but, like, I wish I did. Gonna put him up here. Millard is single hit? What? Millard doesn't have multi-hit light, then what is he good for? What the frick? Okay, alright, I'm just gonna leave Millard down here in C tier. I'm so sorry, Millard. You look like a nice guy, I promise. Primrose goes straight up to the top, and what is she? Is she still Fan Dark? Like, obviously in the video game, in Octopath Traveler itself, she's Dagger and Dark, but, because there weren't any fans in Octopath Traveler. Heh. There weren't any fans of Octopath Traveler, oh shit. But yeah, there's, no fans, no tomes in Octopath Traveler, so the scholars and the dancers got their own weapon in this game, which I think is kind of interesting, and I'll discuss that when I get into, like, actual gameplay and stuff. But yeah, I mean, Corrin's alright. Like, he goes over there. Okay, who else? Is this Scarecrow? This is Scarecrow, right? I think that's Scarecrow. Wait. Frick. Oh yeah, he's got, like, a bow on his back, right? I think. Yeah, that's Scarecrow. Okay, I want Scarecrow. I don't have him, but he has 4-hit AoE bow and 4-hit wind. Or something like that, right? I think he's bow wind. That's really good. Primrose only ranks higher because I am counting their, like, story. And Primrose gets the benefit of having an entire freaking, like, 1/8 of a game is devoted to Primrose. So she has a whole lot of story. So good, though. She's a really good unit. She carried you in both, oh, by the way, Radrix, if you haven't restarted the stream, you might be a little bit behind. Just, like, restart, you know, your window or browser or whatever. Yeah, to anyone watching this, if you're a little bit behind, there were some internet troubles a little bit earlier. So if you just reload your, you know, whatever it is you're using, your phone, your browser, whatever, you'll catch up immediately. Okay, yeah, who were we talking about before? Primrose, yeah, okay. Yeah, Primrose is quite good. Scarecrow is very strong at the moment. I did hear that he's gonna get outclassed later, but like, I mean, at the moment, he's so useful. Imagine having Scarecrow when you're fighting Tikulin. Haha, can't relate. Okay, but yeah, she's great. Primrose, I mean. Sophia's good. Sophia's quite good, actually. I can't be mad at Sophia. She served me very well before I got my lady and savior. I'm moving Scarecrow down a tier. And I'm keeping Gilderoy at the top of this. Because I think Gilderoy just being the best tank is very useful for me. So hey. I'll let you do that again. Is what I heard Roderick saying. COTC opens, you're waking up in the snow, she's the main character. Okay, so here's what I think. Here's what I think. I think, despite how I rated Millard, Millard is the cleric of the original 8 characters you get. And the ring you get is Alfric's ring. So technically, it's gotta be Millard. He's out in the snow, it's the cleric's area. You know, you're there in the top of the snow where all the clerics are. Perhaps Millard was there visiting cleric people. I don't freaking know anything about Millard. But I do believe the most canonist of the original Travelers has to be Millard. So there you go. Sophia was in the shadows until Ebony, Dragon, Varkin in the second batch. Yeah, basically. I think 2 of the second batch of BT NPCs were Ice Week. I heard the Darkness Dragon is Ice Week. I never actually got around to fighting him. I'm gonna do that at some point. I have to do all the rest of the... I did the first 3 tower fights. I did the first 3 regions. And then the tower fights were so easy, I think I did them with like no armor or no weapons or something just for fun. And then I heard the dragon is really fun or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'll be doing Varkin later too, so I like Varkin. Varkin looks cool. Okay, and then I'll have 3 scholars, 3 warriors, and no apothecaries, clerics, or hunters at all. It's just gonna be great. Okay, so yeah, I think Sophia's quite good, actually. I think yeah, I'll keep her there. She's better than... She's not better than Corrin, though. That's the thing. Like, am I rating these people by potential? I'll give it like a... And her story wasn't great either, honestly. I'm gonna be honest, like, Sophia's story is like, I want to see where this special plant is that's gonna be really cool, and also there's these plants that grow on turtles, and maybe if we get all the plants off of the turtles, we can feed this village or something. I don't actually remember. And then she's like, I'm gonna go up this cliff and get this flower. And there's like, oh shit, there's like people here that are selling the flower for evil purposes because it's worth a lot of money. And she's like, no. And then she like beats them up. Yeah, I mean, it was decent. It was pretty okay. Her name is Sophia and she speaks for the trees. She can cap ice debuff by herself. I think she's pretty good. I mean, like, so can Odette, but like with 2 elements. I'm just saying. Okay, yeah, I'm very, very biased because I love Odette. Like, even if Odette was weak, by the way, I still would have pulled for her. There are characters I love, and because I love them in the original game, I will pull no matter what. Same thing with, like, Fire Emblem Heroes, for example. I have a plus 11, like, you know, 1 plus 10. I have a 1 plus 10 Linhardt. Linhardt is not good in Fire Emblem Heroes. He's actually really freaking bad, but I have one. He's a great tank healer if you have absolutely no one else. So yeah, same thing here. Odette can't... oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah, I guess she does have, like, a proper debuff, and then also... fair, okay, yeah, fine. But you could stack... Like, you can bring somebody else for that, and usually if you want to be capping debuff, like, you want to go from 20% to 30, then you need something else. Like, usually you want to bring somebody else. So, I'd say not really necessary. No plus 10 Fallen Edelgard. I actually have 2 separate Fallen Edelgards, and I keep them separate because they don't even need the plus. Okay, like they literally just, they can destroy on their own. Frames again, you say, it looks like it's getting better right now. Hold on. Yeah, I think it's just getting better right now, so we should be fine again. Do reload, folks. If you were seeing any problems, reload right now. Doesn't seem as bad as before. Yeah, I think we had like a small dip, but we are back on the top. And with that, let's bring up... is that Theo? I'm gonna assume that's Theo. Okay, I heard Theo is like good. He's not a backpack either, right? He's probably like... I don't know anything about him, so he goes to B tier. Actually, I guess he goes to I don't know them. Wait, I really shouldn't have an I don't know them. I'm rating them anyways. Here, Hasami looks really cool, so she's going in like high B tier. There, bam. This is the D tier again. I'm rating people anyways. It's my girl. It is the most controversial character to grace our streams. Not Tressa. I'll get to her next. It's Therese. I don't know what to say about Therese. Like, I have this weird, I like her and I also don't like her. I don't know. Double Harvest? Oh, who has Double Harvest? Who's that? I don't even know who that is. Did someone say that? I have no idea. Therese is like she's not good. She's gonna be outclassed by Cyrus. She's probably decent. Does Elvis outclass her? I don't even know. Theo's really good right now, you say? I know, that's the thing. Like, I like Therese. I also don't like Therese. For pretty much the same reasons, honestly. She does certain things that are very controversial. But I guess that was what made the story interesting, honestly. Yeah, you know what? That made the story interesting. For that, we'll go above. Theo's the best overall unit of the 8? No way. Really? What? Theo has back row region? Also, skeptical, you might be behind. Reload your reload your thing. Okay, hold on. Theo going up to Elvis out damages her, but she outbreaks him. Okay. Well, neither of them are good, but Therese gets like a few levels up because she's straight up amazing in okay, she's such a weird, controversial unit, but I do like her in the original Octopath Traveler story. So I gotta say, like, if you haven't played Octopath Traveler, give it a try, and you're gonna understand why I have such difficulty rating her highly, and yet I still want to. Like, she goes through some shit. Okay, alright. I mean, she doesn't really go through it. She starts some shit. Theo has 150 potency. Okay, never mind. Where's Theo? He goes like straight up here. That's really good. I love my backpacks. Wait, are you kidding me? 150 potency? I've been surviving with my 80, I think, on Ramona, maybe. Like, I don't remember what Merit has. 150 is amazing. That's so good. Okay, I'll go like, I didn't know Theo was that good. Yeah, I don't know anything about him though. Okay, just because I don't know anything about him, he's going here. Otherwise, he'd be higher than Gilderoy. Because you need a tank, too. You know, you need someone to take the backpack, and then you need a good backpack. It's an active. Oh, no, I mean active. Oh, never mind then. Still good, though. Has more defense than Gilderoy. Really? That's funny. But Gilderoy can, it doesn't matter, though, because Gilderoy can do the thingy. The, all eyes on me thingy. He can rage people. That's not what makes him a tank. The defense isn't what makes Gilderoy a tank. The fact that he can rage people is what makes him a tank. Before or after Corin? Corin's pretty useful. I don't like Therese, so there. Theo's going here. Loomis is a backpack? Did not know that. Where's Loomis? Because that's all I know about her. Is she even in this list? She's probably not in this list. Is this Loomis? No, that's Cardona. I don't think there's a Loomis here. This is the other guy. Okay, well, we'll get to them at some point. There's a bunch of, like, repeats in this list, too. Yeah, whatever. Alright. Y'all know where I'm putting Tressa. This doesn't need any explanation. Bam. I love Tressa so much. She's so cool. Okay, alright. That's it. You know what? No. Special tier. Special tier. Special tier. This is the Lynn tier. Lynn's choice. This is my tier. Loomis backpack to Gilderoy is still a high strat in JP. Yeah, that's, I really need good backpacks. That's honestly why Merit is even on this list. Merit has not left the back row in like years. Merit is straight up a backpack for Gilderoy. And all of my strategies revolve around keeping that pair alive. And honestly, it works out quite well. Okay, not all of them, all right? I gotta do something different a little bit, but like it works out. It's quite good. If you've got Gilderoy and you've got Merit, I upclassed Merit specifically for the purposes of being a backpack. So, you know, it's raid. Anyways, Lynn's choice. Best tier. And bam. And then we'll turn this a different color. Make it lighter or something, I guess. Here. Nice. Okay. Viola. Viola, once again, a really good unit. And also a good story, so I'm putting her even higher. I think the thing about Viola is that, and Lynette, honestly. The thing about Viola and Lynette is that if you only have Viola and Lynette, you can't get much done. Because they're both support units. I've been honestly kind of unimpressed with Lynette's fire damage even, and I know that's what she's best at. Viola doesn't do as much stagger damage as you'd think you'd be doing. Kind of sucks. Miles is one of the best backpacks. Miles is plus 10 physical defense, if I remember properly, isn't that it? Which is Yeah, that's pretty good. I think that's not as good as the insane amount of healing that either Ramona or Merit can give you as a backpack. So, like, I think Ramona Merit backpack gives Gilderoy, like, what, 700, 800 XP, not XP, HP per turn or something. Miles does 10% less damage, which would be, like, an equivalent of 10% HP of whatever character you're doing, if you assume that the enemy can, like, essentially one-shot you. So, yeah, I'd say Miles is good, but there are items that can do what he does. There aren't any items yet that can do what Merit or Ramona does. Your 830 base def Gilderoy? Okay, that's pretty awesome, actually. Never mind, I take it back. Fair enough, fair enough. If you have plus 10% defense on that, that probably stacks real high. I haven't tried it, actually. I don't think I've tried bringing in Miles. I've just had so many warriors, I didn't really need to bring in another. If I ever do end up fighting somebody who's weak to swords, perhaps someone like Varkin, then maybe I'll try it. I do need Miles at some point, so I have a Miles. I did used to use him. He's on this list for a reason. He carried me through the first bit. It's 15%. Oh, no way. Okay. Yeah, I did use Miles at the beginning. He just didn't have the luxury of being a backpack. Because, as I was saying, Viola and Lynette, they're support units. They're not going to be doing amazing amounts of damage. And they were the only 2 5-stars I had for a decent amount of time. I think I got Fior after, like, starting Master of All or something. So maybe, like, Master of All Chapter 1, maybe, like, right before that. But I did all 3 of the original storylines with, essentially, I think Miles as my main damage dealer, maybe Ashland also as my main damage dealer. And they do pretty well. Like, they're good 4-stars. They're great 4-stars, actually. And Wingate really helps, and having Viola and Lynette also, of course, really helps. I was stacking debuffs and buffs like no one's business. But yeah, they're good. They're great people. Okay, Fior. Straight to the top, actually. I really loved Fior's story. It was so good. Fior's story encompasses so much of what I like about the Octopath series. Yeah, it's just so good. Like, immediate top tier. And not just because of the story thing. I got Fior as my first damage dealing unit and immediately pulled 2 of her. So I had an Awakening +1 Fior, and then I had Viola and Lynette, and then I had my normal 4-stars, and it was really, really insane how fast she outclassed everyone else. Like, obviously, you know, if you have one 5-star, they're gonna carry your team, especially if that 5-star happens to be awakened when no one else is. So, really good stuff. Crumbling Cut does physical defense down, which is really useful. I would have preferred sword defense down, but that's okay. She doesn't have that. You gotta deal with it. And then, yeah, Trifold, you know, does 3 sword damage. Like, Corrin can do better with his Peacock Slash, but whatever. It's good, and it works. She's got, like, a 2-hit AoE. She has dark damage, but it's useless. Like, no one uses any dark damage ever on her. She can power herself up, that's right. She does, like, a, is it 20% to self, I think? When you get to the max level, it's 20% to self. Either way, it's great. She's a great unit. And not only is she a great unit who does, like, insane amounts of damage, yeah, potency is definitely better. So you usually do, like, 1 crumbling if you don't have Viola or somebody else doing debuff damage, and then you do, like, a full hit crumbling. And yeah, she doesn't go through SP that fast either, which is actually kind of nice. I expected her to, like, just run through it and have none left, but it worked out quite well. And then, yeah, the story. The story was so good. I think Fior has this strange relationship with her mother. Fior's mom kind of, like has certain expectations of her daughter that her daughter is not currently performing. And then Fior finds this girl named Mika, I think, who's a brawler from the Far East. And Mika seems to be rather unconfident, and Fior sees her practicing on her own, and she's like a really, really good martial artist, and she's like, why are you not fighting? And it's so good, and it culminates in this, oh gosh, I think multiple things happen. It turns out, like, Fior's mother is in debt to some gamblers or something, and then the people who she's in debt to, like, come and capture her, and then Fior goes to rescue them, but it turns out that it wasn't her at all. It turns out that they were being paid money to get Mika, and they brought in Fior as a lure, and Fior is now gonna have to fight Fior's mom because Fior's mom freaking sold her out to the bad guys in exchange for leniency on the debt. And yeah, just the whole, like, twist where you show up to rescue Fior's mother, and Fior is like, Mom, I'm here. And Mom is like, bro, I never believed in you to begin with. I'm literally selling you out right now. I don't know why you came to rescue me. Like, that was great. That was really, really great. Such a good story. Knew a lot of Fior's moms growing up. Oh shit. I hope that all of you either never meet a Fior's mom, or if you do, manage to cut them out of their life. Wait, not their life. Manage to cut them out of your life, because yeah, that type of person ain't great. So, you know, yeah, getting real here, okay? Like, please do keep an eye out, folks. Like, don't let people do to you what Fior's mom did to her. Yeah, bad stuff. Okay, cut like in Crumbling Cut. Use Crumbling Cut on your... Okay, no, don't do it, don't. But, like, actually, just, you know, watch out for people in real life, too. And Fiora learns that lesson, and she learns it in a good way, and honestly, her and Mika support each other, and it turns out that Mika's, like, a freaking warlord's daughter or something from across the sea, and she's actually really rich. And she's like, Fiora, come work for me. You could be my bodyguard. And I'm like, holy shit, I support this. It was great. Tribulation to become stronger and help other people. Hey, yeah, that's what everybody should all be about, and that is what Fiora is all about, honestly. Keep all the Tony's moms in your life. Yeah, there's one good mom in here and one bad mom in here. They're both from Rippletide, actually. There's 2 good moms in Rippletide and 1 really bad mom. There is Tress's mom. She's doing great. There's Tony's mom. Tony's kind of okay, but like Tony's mom is doing all right. Tony's mom is like, that boy needs some help. But yeah, Fiora's mom does not deserve to live in a country or city like Rippletide. Alright, anyways. It's enough about Fiora. We've done all these people before. Let me just scroll. Is that Loomis? This is Loomis, right? I think. Whoops, let me move it up a bit. This one? Yeah, that looks like Loomis. Okay, so Loomis. Back row region, I heard. I like that. I'm a huge fan of that. Let's put that... Here? Oh, I love back row region, though. I love it so much. Yeah, if I had Loomis, I would use her, but I don't have it. Corin's probably better. Theo is also probably better. NGL. Therese is probably not better. Heathcote is probably better. Do I like Heathcote more than Therese? Ooh. I said I like Therese more, but like... Okay, they're like interchangeable because I think Heathcote is a very non-controversial pick, and then I both love and hate Therese more than I love and hate Heathcote. I'll leave him there. Okay, who else do we miss? Okay, Lynette, we did that. Millard, we did that. Ha 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 ha. Okay, Odette goes straight up to like top tier. Listen, do you know how much I love Odette, okay? I would have pulled for Odette even if she was not powerful. I said this before and I'll say it again. And she really deserved it. Also, her story was pretty great. She's investigating rumors of a ritual that will let her summon rain. Already, I'm seeing the connections to Isana from Triangle Strategy. I know this wasn't intentional, but I'm gonna call it out anyways. And yeah, she goes through the effort of kind of like learning the ritual and performing it. And I've actually always said that I believe Orstera from Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent is the past version of Centralia from Triangle Strategy. That's kind of like my little headcanon theory I've been promoting for ages. And this honestly kind of helps with it, because imagine that Odette researches this shit and puts it together, and then teaches it to all the shamans of the desert, and when they eventually move up north and form the entire country of Norzelia, the shamans of the desert still have that skill, and Isana can summon the rain. I love it, I think it's great. I'm putting this together into my own little Octopath headcanon series, and I love the fact that Odette was so disgusted with the politicking and the strangeness of academia that she just left and decided to teach like little kids how to speak and write and stuff, and be responsible for people who don't really have much else. Like, I love that. She's so cool. Odette is amazing. She's also just great in the original story. Like, highly recommend. She only shows up in one story chapter, but she's so good. Okay, Odette, yeah, Odette was definitely the reason I beat like a whole bunch of people. I gotta give her credit for that. Eliza, I don't know much about her. I really don't. I think she's probably worse than Corin in this game too. She's probably worse than Theo. She's probably worse than Loomis. So I'm rating her by Octopath standards. And Eliza does nothing in Octopath. So she's like she's B tier. She's B tier. I like her more than I like Hasumi purely because I don't know Hasumi. There's nothing else I can say about that. Okay, what else? Sophia, is this Stead? This is Stead, yeah. Okay, Stead. Meh. Yeah, I do want to see Eliza's story, purely because she doesn't really have one in Octopath Traveler. Yeah, this is not a spoiler. Eliza is just a knight that Hanit happens to know, and that's basically all you get about her. You get like a tiny bit more in her ending, but like it's not much. Eliza's one of your staples. I have 3 5-star warriors, and Eliza is not one of them, so I don't actually need them. Oh, she's a backpack? She does front row region? Didn't know that. Everybody with front row region just immediately gets my benefit. I don't know anything about Stead. I heard he does like dark damage or something, maybe? Maybe? He looked okay. He reminds me of Henry, so he gets a point. Reminding me of Henry is cool. Henry from FE13, by the way. She's an offensive backpack? Oh, interesting. Stead is Kenma. Oh yeah, Stead is Kenma. Fine. top of B tier, but that's it. I love Kenma. I love Kenma too much. It's kind of a problem. No magic damage plus 20% on front row? Wait, what? Oh, she does magic damage plus 20% to the front row. Oh, gotcha. Okay, okay. Is that good? I guess that's good. You could make that up with other sources though. And like a one, okay, I guess that's kind of okay. Stead's Traveler Stories S, ooh, interesting. Okay, okay. I don't know it though, so I can't rate anyone in it, but I'm keeping that in mind. I like that. He does remind me of Henry. You stack her behind Odette and that's it. That's fair, that's fair. Having a, like a indefinite plus 20% to damage is pretty cool. I would need to know if it's stacked with Lynette's passive or not. If it stacks with Lynette's passive, then super useful. If not, then not useful. Because Lynette's passive affects the entire front row. Okay, who else? Tikilan. I don't know Tikilan's story. So, I mean, she's cool. She's a great boss. It stacks? Oh, then it's so good. Okay, yes, then I rate highly. I rate highly. Let's... Don't have Lynette, though. Oh, that sucks. That's okay. I mean, Lynette's not, like, necessary or anything. I think Primrose does very similar things. Primrose is more offensive, I guess. Tikilan was very nice as a boss. She's probably less good as a unit. I just don't know it yet. Tikilan's story is A-min, S tier max. Whoa, okay, I might play Tikilan's story, though. Yo, guys, tell me which stories are good, and I'll actually play them. Okay, I think we did everybody in the front row now. Okay, yeah, Theo, Sophia, Scarecrow, Therese, Tressa, Viola. Ah, it's the Bravely units. I don't have any of them, and I don't know any of them. Bravely units are going to be ranked purely by how cool I think they were. I thought she was cool. This is like Adele, right? This is Adele. She was cool. She's like cooler than... No, she's not cooler than Stead. She's cooler than Eliza. Who else? Yeah, they're like pretty cool. They're all very good units. It's just I don't know them. I don't know anything about them. I've never played Bravely Default. Can't wait for the Triangle Strategy folks to show up. Then I'll rate the heck out of them. It'll be great. Okay, Agnes, Agnea, something. I don't freaking remember. This is Edea. That's Agnes, right? I think. Edea, is Edea's story best? Oh, okay. I actually didn't like Edea as much. She's kind of the trope that I usually don't like. Agnes, okay. Tikilan's was the best story of the arena, guys? Oh, interesting. That makes sense, actually. Where's Elvis? Oh, here he is. Elvis is cool. I like Elvis. He's not as good of a unit, though. I know that, so he's going below him. Sorry, Elvis. You did your best. Okay, it's Glossom, it's Cardona. I know nothing about them. Cardona's kind of cool, just by virtue of being like a tailor who decides to fight. Like, that's awesome. Go here. Glossom. Fans and stuff, like being a darker... No, Elvis, beer boy. I like Elvis. He's less powerful. Like, I'm using the powerful thing. I think all of them are pretty much equal in terms of how, like, their story is for me, because I don't know anything about them. But Elvis's goodness in terms of character is outplayed by the fact that he's just less good as a character. Or, sorry, less good as, like, a unit. I don't know anything about Glossom. He's, like, a hard champion boss. That's cool. He's apparently not as hard as anyone else. Actually, Ritu is supposed to be the easiest, so, there's Ritu. And I think that's it, except for one last person. Hunnet. Now, Hunnet is a conundrum. Hunnet is a conundrum because... I like Hunnet. But, like... But she's not as good as some of the... Okay, you know what? She's better than Tikilan because I like her more. I like her story better than Primrose too, honestly, sometimes. Oh, it's so hard. Okay, fine, I'll put it here. I'll put her here. I'll put her here. I like Hunnet more. Found her story meh for Hunnet. Her story is good in Octopath. I'm using Octopath to rate some of these people. I'm using everything I know about them, which could include other things. Yeah, no one got into D tier. Why is this tier even here? Here, I'll delete it. Bam. Glossom is the fabulous anime battle junkie, really? Oh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that really either. Wait, he's a dancer and he's a fabulous battle junkie? I thought he'd be like an Inigo or something at least. Okay, this is my tier list. This is Lynn's tier list. This is purely subjective. There is absolutely no objectiveness going on here at all, okay? Like, nothing. Here. Octo, Char, tier. list. I saved it. It didn't work. Wait, what? I wanna download the export image. Okay, there we go. Download image. Octochar tier list. Heck yeah. Yeah, I heard he's physical fan DPS, and like we don't have physical fans, so like that's not useful. Wait till you hear his full burst voice clip. I'll look forward to it then. That sounds kind of creepy as it is. Like the sentence, wait till you hear his full burst voice clip, implies that there is something wrong with his full burst voice clip. Primrose's story was meh in COTC? Really? Wow. Primrose's story is widely regarded as being one of the best. In Octopath, actually. So I'm curious as to how they managed to tone down Primrose. It's it's kind of difficult. I know they don't have the same stories, obviously, like, but I would think that a prequel for Primrose would be quite good. That's interesting. I could think of decent ideas for a Primrose prequel. Maybe they weren't good enough. Who knows? It's Primrose. Okay, so yeah, that's it for the tier list over here. The other thing... Oh wait, I gotta do this now. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. I pull up stuff. Okay. And then we got that, and we got this, and we changed the title. Topic. And gameplay. Yeah, let's go. Loved Alphin's story in COTC? Oh, it's good? Yo, that's good to know. I finally get to play Tress's story. I'm so excited. I'm really looking forward to playing Tress's story. I'm definitely gonna do it, by the way, folks. Do not worry. I'll be playing that on stream whenever we next come back to Octopath, which will happen pretty soon, I'm sure. Tress's story is gold. Yeah, I got spoiled for a little bit of it because I asked. Yes, I did hear about the fact that Primrose's story is the girl dancing along with her in the pic, and oh gosh, I really wish that was Yusufa. I was so freaking hoping that that would be Yusufa while we're still talking about, oh, you know, this is still characters. Okay, last few seconds of character talk. I expected the girl that was dancing with her to be Yusufa, and apparently it's not. Like, what the frick? Why would they do a whole prequel and not include Yusufa? This was your only chance. Holy shit. Okay, alright, so I was really mad about that. If it is actually Yusufa, please tell me, because I will just be happy about that. But whatever. Fine. I can't believe they made a Primrose story and then, like, didn't make it about the one character that everybody thought needed more attention in Primrose's actual story. So, meh. Okay, fine. We'll go back to this. Yeah, so the gameplay, I did want to discuss a few things. I just gotta pull up some random footage to, you know, keep us going while we do this. Also, Jason, I don't think I said hello. Hello, how's it going? Hope you're all doing well. And gotta pull this up, and gotta pull this up. She appears but is not involved. That's even worse. What the frick? Okay, alright. I like Yusufa. I think Yusufa's cool. Okay. Here you go. Here, we'll play, like, part of the Pardis fight. How about that? That'll be fun. That's fun. So we know that this entire thing is just spoilers. And we go, and then just put that, and why is it not showing up? What? Oh, I know why. Here. Nice. Millard C tier. It's just Millard. It's straight up just Millard. Who needs Millard? Listen. No, I'm kidding. I love Millard. He's great. He's just the worst out of a very good group of people. And yeah, I do want to qualify, like, all the characters are great. Okay, now we're actually going on to gameplay. And I'm just going to keep, like, a shot of Pardis going on in the background while we talk about gameplay. I'm going to be writing things out here. So hold on. I pull up my sheet of paper and then do some stuff. I think I do a little bit of this and then... What is this? What happened? Doesn't show up. Hmm? Oh, it's not visible? What? What this? What this? Oh, I think I might have put too many in. Whoa, it's so big. Heh. Huh. Oh, I know why. You gotta have one line. Okay, alright, I'll do the one line. Okay, I think that's about good enough font. This will carry. About to do your dailies, trying to get the extra accessory from the Black Dragon in the... Oh, there's an extra accessory? There's an extra accessory now? I can't speak. There's an extra accessory now? Didn't know that. Okay, how about this? I think this is enough font. Okay. There we go. I'll just keep that at the top there, so I can write and it doesn't get mad at me. It's random drop? Oh, that really sucks. What is the accessory? Is it good? Okay, here. Gameplay! Alright, now we're finally back into it. So yeah, I think there's a decent number of things to talk about with gameplay. I think the real things that I enjoyed about this game are things that were... So I think they made a few changes to this game that, you know, kind of make it different from Octopath, and I love that. So like, I mean, just things I liked, you know, pros. Like the 2-row thing. Plus, I loved it, you know, like having 2 rows and being able to swap between them just adds like an insane amount of strategy to a game that already had a decent amount of it, you know? Now you can't reclass people, you do have to pull them through gacha, so they make up for it by having you bring 8 people in, and then the reclassing option here is just swapping to the back row, and having certain characters do things if they're in the back row, certain characters do things if they're in the front row. Everybody has different skills. I like it. I think they set that up really well, and they made it actually viable to pull 8 separate characters for a game in which you're trying to attack people's weaknesses. And that's great. You know, it adds to the strategy in a way that not only supports the strategy itself, but also supports the gacha game. Like, you gotta pull more people so you can hit more weaknesses, and you can bring 8 people into the game that have the exact amount of weaknesses, and so on and so forth. I like that. I'm down. Some characters actually never leave the back row. Yeah, exactly, like Merit. Who needs the back row? I mean, who needs the front row when you have Merit? I'm a fan of that. I think the other thing, obviously, that that people liked about this game is just more characters. You can hire anyone as an ally. You can freaking, I mean, I guess you can hire anyone as an ally in Octopath too. But you can also pull them as, like, playable units. So I'll make this a little bit more clear. It's more like playable characters, I guess. But that's nice. And it does add to kind of the amount of choices you have. Like, you can make a huge number of separate teams. And, I mean, Octopath has 8 playable characters, okay? Like, you can make one set of teams of 8 people. Okay, this is not a spoiler. The final boss does require you, or it is a spoiler, but it's something that I think everybody should know. The final boss of Octopath requires you to have all 8 travelers participate in the battle. So you do need to use all 8 of them, and there's like only one way you can do that, and that's by using all 8 of them. So, so like, I mean, yes, you can technically have permutations out of, like, you know, 8 choose 4, and all that in the original Octopath. But yeah, there's a whole bunch more playables here. And they all have stories too, you know, like... And I like that too. Like, I think the fact that you have a playable character who has a story and you kind of like get to relate to them over 4 small chapters, like seeing Wingate go about his life and then, you know, live up to his, I think, like uncle or grandfather or something like that, father maybe even. And then, you know, he's got things to do and miles to go before he sleeps, and then stuff happens, and it's great. You know, even the 4 stars have pretty decent stories. A lot of them have really good stories, actually. And I was impressed by that. I didn't expect it. So when I saw it, I was like, hey, this is exactly what I wanted. I think in general, though, there's a few cons, and I'll just kind of get into them. Cons. So yeah, just... I mean, like, it's a gacha, right? Which means you're definitely missing units. Like, you can't catch them all. Unless... So, like, yeah, I mean, you can't, that's, yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna, like, complain about it. Okay, it's a gacha game. In the pros, free. It's free, though. Yeah, the thing is, like, you know, these are contrasting things, okay? The game itself is free, and we were actually discussing this in the Discord, like, today. But yeah, the game is free. And that's a good thing, because that means people like me, or, I mean, I guess I've played Octopath before, but people who have not played Octopath before can log into this game entirely for free and try out the World of Orstera for their own and, you know, see what everything happens. Maybe you get lucky, maybe you get a few 5 stars, maybe you use them well, etc. But, I mean, the cons are, yeah, you're not going to be able to really get anyone unless you're willing to spend huge amounts of money in it. And speaking of the money, prices? Like, I mean, I wrote princess. Prices, like, just are really, really bad in this game. I think we did a comparison, and Fire Emblem Heroes already has kind of bad prices. The prices in FEH are not great, I gotta say. But, like, man, like, the prices in COTC are either equal or worse the whole way, unless you become the Master of Wealth. Simply become the Master of Wealth in real life and just deal with the bad prices. But other than that, I actually struggle to see how Square Enix expects people who want to play, like, a little bit of the game to spend money, because it's difficult, you know? If you want to catch someone, you have to spend, what, like 200 bucks? Sometimes on the higher pity banners, it's like 300 bucks. And I don't know, like, I'm not gonna do that. I am completely F2P, by the way. But, like, I don't think it's necessarily worth it sometimes. And I think some people might also find that it isn't worth it. I do know that in order to, like, fully... Oh, and that's the thing, right? This is just to get one person once. If you want to, like, fully +5 somebody, or +4, so 1 + 4 somebody, you need 5 copies of them. 6 copies, right? Because there's like a special skill later or something. I guess at the moment it's 5 copies. You need 5 copies of them. And that means you're pulling really freaking a lot. Like, I don't know how people have done it. I know some of you guys have Awakened 4 characters. And yeah, I guess I have to ask, like, how many how many pulls have you guys made? Like, it's gotta be decent, yeah? It's gotta be insane. Unless you're really lucky and you pull on, like, a very good banner and you also get a pity that's the exact right person. And that's the other thing I don't like, you do. That's fair. That's totally fair. Like, I mean, that's great, and I think the fact that they even have the pity system is good, but I mean, at this point, every gacha game has it. I'd say the prices are a little bit worse than I would expect. Maybe even a lot worse than I would expect. It's 500 for a guaranteed pity? Ugh, that's so much. And that's 1 copy of the character. What are you gonna do with that? What the heck? Okay, alright, I don't know. It seems so much. I think if you're willing to spend the money, then go for it. You know, like, I think any game, you spend however much you're comfortable with spending, you know, just don't get addicted, I guess. Make sure not to spend beyond your means, but if you're gonna spend on a game that you like, heck yeah, go for it. Like, I have full respect for the people who spend money on this game. I simply don't do it myself. Yeah, the 4.5 pity is kind of nice. Okay, that's the thing. So Awakening 1 is useful. I do think the +50 to all stats is useful. I think that's actually fair. I think Awakening 2 is useful on a very specific set of characters and useless on a very specific characters. So, like, for example, Viola, you really want Awakening 2 on. If you have the chance to get Awakening 2 on Viola, I guess go for it, because I mean, unless you're gonna, like, look up every fight beforehand, you never know exactly what you'll need. You might need triple hit dagger, you might need attack down, you might need defense down, and she also has AoE dagger break X2 and person dagger break X2. And all of those are just amazing. So, we'll find out. You do, and the scary fact is you're F2P? Wait. Oh, I thought the I do too. Oh, you mean like you pull a lot. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I'm entirely sure that people can, like, get Awakening 4s and pull a lot of stuff if you're still F2P. Like, that's completely possible. So, I mean, GG. I myself have not gotten beyond Awakening 2 on my Fior. That's what I have. I never pulled for Fior, I simply got lucky. I don't even know why I'm doing this. Why do I have Fior? Why does Fior keep showing up for me? Awakening 3 is actually pretty useful in certain fights, I'd say. Especially at my level when I don't have the top tier armor and I'm not gonna grind for the top tier armor. So I have, like, 62 armor. I have Tyrannical, I think. I have some Sacred Blaze, actually. I have some Sacred armor, too. Yeah. So that's nice. Do you dread when you see a fame card due to Fior? Yo, I mean, Fior's good. Oh, you probably have, like, a bunch of Fiors, yeah. The prices are bad, though, is essentially what I'm getting at here. And, I mean, that's not great. That's not great. What else? I'm gonna think of more things I'm missing, like, immediately after the stream, but that's kind of the basics of it. I think, though, I'm gonna come back to this later, but I think the art... really good. And, like, just talking about the art in general, I have to say, the fact that they took what they saw in Octopath Traveler, they're using it again, okay? There's, like, a few minor improvements. It's like, Octopath Plus, you know? But then the thing is that I can see how they used all of this, like some of the moving viewpoints. We saw, for example, on this stream earlier, where they killed off, they killed off Elrica, and like, you know, the camera pans upwards and it's super dramatic and things like that, you know? Those are really going for it, and I love that. I think that's great. So they're improving. Don't hoard rubies too much. That's fair. I'm saving for Cyrus at the moment. So like, you want a character? You gotta save. A lot. Or get lucky. I am saving for Cyrus. I'm gonna get there. I'm totally gonna get there. Laughs. I'm currently saving for Cyrus and Wrath. And Ulbrich. That's it. People need restraint. It's hard to have restraint in a game like this that really just emphasizes that you must get someone. That's fair. I think it's difficult to have restraint, and for the people who do, I relate. To the people who don't, please don't spend beyond your means. Okay. Oh, you get extra guides on. That's true, actually. You know what? I will say, here. And the Awakening 4 accessories are pretty nice. That's cool. The accessories in Octopath were pretty good too, but I do like the side accessories, I'll say. Other gripes about the game, lots of grinding. A posture check, thank you. I'll take it. Her Awakening accessory. Oh, is it? Agnes is apparently good. Yeah. I don't have Agnes. I could not pull on that banner. Which leads me to another thing. Paid banners. What is that? What the heck is that? I was so mad at that. Cause like that's not a thing I've ever seen before. Like as an F2P, am sad. Plus 100 elemental attack, that's really good. Yeah, like just as and plus 40 speed, what the frick? As a free-to-play person, you know, I just like I did quite a few gachas. Really? Okay, I've played one gacha before this, okay? I've only played Fire Emblem Heroes. I'm actually a day one Fire Emblem Heroes player, so I've been playing FEH for the last like 6 years or something, okay? And Fire Emblem Heroes, despite the rap it gets for having like a really bad way of spending money, like the prices aren't great in FEH, but it's really kind to free-to-play people. Like I've been playing for a long time now, so I guess I do have that going for me. But it's like I have a whole bunch of 5 stars. I have so many freaking 5 stars. I have multiple Dimitris of multiple types, and I don't like Dimitri. Okay, I never summoned for Dimitri. But the fact that this thing has and also FEH has a free pull on every banner. Like I want that. I think Octopath Traveler, Champions of the Continent, should have a free pull on every banner. And it wouldn't cost you much, and it would give free-to-play players like a reason to continue sticking around, you know? Because that's the thing, I log into FEH every now and then, and I do my free pull and just see what I get, you know? And sometimes I get really good people. I got like an Ascended Fae or something recently, or Legendary Fae, whoops, not Ascended. I got Legendary Fae, and I was like, oh, yo, that's pretty good now. I mean, it's not great, but it was good in the past, okay? And that was cool, I liked it. But yeah, whatever. Octopath is also really stingy with the rubies. In general, yeah. And the worst thing is that it scales downwards. So in the beginning, you're actually getting a significant number of rubies. Like the first few influence levels give you 30 rubies. And then like after you hit 10 influence, you start getting 10 rubies. Like what? When you get to higher levels of influence, you should be getting more rewards, not less. And it's almost the same thing with stories, I feel like. Like, actually, we do get a significant number of rubies still, but like, I think we should be getting more. At this point, I've been saving for a decent amount of time as like a kind of casual player of the game. Like, I don't do any like proper hardcore grinding, etc. And like, I don't have as many rubies as I should at this point, you know? I feel like if I had put the exact same amount of time into FEH, I would have more orbs, like more equivalent orbs, than I would in this game by simply pulling rubies. Heck, like, the 10 rubies you get every day is, I guess it's nice. Like, I mean, but it's 10 rubies, it's not a lot. Freaking hell. Yeah, the influence needed to go up a level scales a lot too, but, I mean, they should scale the rubies with it, at least. Okay, like, not with it, but at least give us more than 30, come on. Give us, like, one pull, please. So, I'm kind of down to not have that, but yeah. There are a lot of good things about this game. I will say, despite the fact that there are less main stories, so, you know, you don't have, like, the 8 main stories, etc. 15 with the dailies? How are you getting the extra 5? Is it, like... Because, like, I mean, the normal dailies are just, like, the village, right? You don't get 5, do they? Do you have 5 there? I don't know. Maybe you do. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, but in terms of the story, though. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I get that, too. Okay, fine. 15, yeah, fair enough. You do get 15. Okay, yeah, so in terms of the overall story, though, I really liked it. That's the overall story. I wouldn't say it's better than Octopath. I would not say that it's specifically better than Octopath, but it's quite good. And I really did enjoy it. I think they could have done a little bit more with the overall story to tie it together, and I did talk about that already, so I won't say it again. But I think in general, they did a good job with setting up the story the way it's supposed to be. I really liked it. Okay, also I'm gonna move everything down. Cool. It's a pull every 2 days. Yeah, that's true. It's not great, though. And it really doesn't hold up to having the FEH 1 free pull on every banner. I just think that should be necessary. I do have to give them credit for giving us the free 10 pull on Edea and Agnes. I think they gave us a free 10 pull on both of those, which was very, very highly appreciated by me. I loved it so much. I don't think I even got anything out of it, but I just enjoyed having that chance to finally pull after saving rubies for so long. So hey, I am down for more of that. Please, Square Enix, if you're currently watching this, give us more. Give us slightly more, at least. Okay, what else? Lots of grinding. There's definitely more things here. Oh yeah. The, accessory, screen, TM. So, you know when you want to equip an accessory? Like, you know, like a speed plus 20, or, you know, something like that. You know, just something simple. And you know when you're, like, looking at your list of accessories, and you're just scrolling down the entire list, and it's the worst thing you've ever seen? Why is there no way of organizing that? Like, come on. And then the other thing is, team number limit. It's a little better now? Oh, did they update it recently? Kinda sucks. Yeah, the Sacred Blaze Planners have been my saving grace. They've been performing decently well for me, actually. I kinda like that, so I'm down to do more of them in the future. Heck, more chances to get Odette is always something I'll be up for. I think, in general, there's, like, a lot of quality of life upgrades I would have liked. Yeah, things like the team number limit, like, I need more teams. Even I need more teams. And, like, I think if you were really playing this game seriously, you're gonna need a team for all sorts of stuff. I can't deal with that. What else? We talked about the art. Octopath Plus. We haven't yet talked about the music. It's the same music. There's a few extra tracks. And they're, like, more random. They're used in, like, strange places. Still good, though. Yeah, not all of it is the same. Yes, every now and then. So I actually, I know the entire Octopath 1 soundtrack by heart. So when I hear a song and I don't know it, I immediately know that it's a new song from Octopath 2. And I'm like, oh, hey, new song. Yeah, let's go. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the thing so far, actually. I think the music is really well done. The art is used well. And they take the style and they really run with it, which is great. And I'm hoping they're going to be able to use the same stuff in here. Partis theme, Herminia. Oh yeah, those are all good. I've heard good things about pretty much the music from everyone. I don't think anyone's ever said bad things about the music to me. I mean, it's the same music. They do use it in more random instances. So, for example, if you have, okay, yeah, so like, the Primrose soundtrack, I think it's called Determination or something. I think it gets used in Primrose's story, I want to say, in original Octopath. Unfortunately, in this one, I mean, they use it over and over again, but they use it in, like, the randomest places, and I was like, oh, okay, like, this is kind of Primrose's theme, so meh. You spoiled yourself a future. Yo, okay, I have heard one of the Octopath 2 soundtracks, and I'm not gonna hear any more. I am, like, keeping myself unspoiled for them. But the one that I heard is the opening theme, and it's so good. It's so freaking good. I'm looking forward to that so much. But yeah, like that's basically it for me for this. Yeah, just overall things. Gameplay is great. I like the changes to story. I can tell that they tried to make Octopath into a gacha and they succeeded. So good for them. I have a lot of cons, but a lot of the cons are stuff that, you know, happen in Gachapath. Oh, you mean future soundtracks of COTC? Ooh, I haven't heard any of the future soundtracks of COTC, actually. There's some fire tracks in there. I'm looking forward to them. Yeah, speaking of Octopath 2, though. I'm just saying, if you haven't heard the main theme of Octopath 2, go hit that up. It's so good. But yeah, I think the cons that I have with Octopath 2, the cons that I have with Octopath COTC are all really things that, like, I mean, it's not even things that I can control, really. It's stuff that relates to the fact that this game is a gacha game, and I've got to be okay with it. Like, I mean, I've played FEH before. I am somewhat familiar with gacha games, but when they hit me with one of those, like, this is a paid banner, and you can never use it because you don't gonna spend your normal money on this shit. And I'm like, why? Why are you gonna be like that? What the frick? That's just mean. Why? Let me. So yeah, that's kind of my view on it. Yo, Mask, hello, how's it going? Should I summon for Alphen? Question mark? I don't know, do you have the rubies? I bet you do, in which case... Alphen's really good, I love him. Alphen's good, go for it. I don't actually know if he's amazing. I don't have him, so IDK. Yes, Yasunori Nishiki is the writer of every soundtrack in this game, pretty much. He wrote Octopath Traveler's soundtrack, and I believe back then he didn't have the ability to control where his soundtracks were specifically used, is what I was told. I think I read that in like an interview somewhere. Apparently, in Octopath 2, he has been given free reign. He can put his soundtracks wherever he wants in the game. He can write things for specific scenarios properly, etc. So I am looking forward to it. Oh my god, I'm so freaking... yes, I've heard that Alphen is very good. I think he's not the best apothecary in JP anymore. I think he's been outclassed recently by someone, but he's one of the best apothecaries, so He's the best in global, yeah, at the moment. Theo is quite good too, though, so if you already have Theo, then probably not. Apparently, I have learned this stream that Theo is apparently quite good as well. I don't know. I don't have any of them. I don't have 4.5 or 5-star. Listen. I wish I had them. I wish I had Alphen, because I want to play Alphen's story. I think Alphen would be next on my list, but we'll find out. The BP skill? Alphen has a BP skill? What? He gets concoct in COTC? No way. He's good for speed clears? Oh, if he has a BP skill, yeah, I can imagine why. Tressa has a BP skill. Oh, guess who has Tressa? That's me. He's gonna use they who governed reason for in music. Little did you know that Balogar was waiting for you inside the inn. That's definitely what's happening here. Okay, yeah, that's, oh, I am being called away. Give me a second, folks. I will be right back in, like, 5 seconds. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Hello. I hope I'm still audible. But yeah, we've moved on from the topic of gameplay anyway, so let's move on. I think we're actually pretty much done. Hold on. Gameplay. Okay, the last thing I want... It's freaking not working. The last thing I wanted to talk about was Octopath itself. But... I mean, if I were able to access the topic screen, I'd be able to. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong thing still. Why? That time I was streaming and got summoned into another world. That does sound exactly like an isekai visual novel, I'm gonna say. Yeah, Mask, did you decide to pull for Alphen? Do it. Do the thing. Yo, okay, you know what? I'm gonna start doing like really quick tier lists of other stuff. How about that? topic. Free for all, because I still have 30 minutes. For all. No. Octopath ranking. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I love Octopath so much. Okay, so this is gonna be Octopath 1. And the best part is I'm gonna do this without spoiling things. Just because I think it's fun. Oh, come back. It left. What? It died. Am I still audible here? Respond if you can hear me. Because I cannot hear myself. That is quite strange. What happened? All the music died. What? I'm getting multiple levels of technical difficulties. Oh gosh, the stream's going down as well. Oof. It's a hard knock life. Oh, thank you. Okay, cool. Oh, okay, great. The stream speed went all the way back up immediately. Nice. All I had to do was ask, apparently. Alright, if you currently think you're behind, please reload the screen real fast. I'm sorry, but I have to ask. Because I think there was another dip in there somewhere. Maybe not, though. Who knows? Okay. What are we gonna rate? Here's my Octopath tier list. Here. Characters? Is there not just a normal freaking characters tier list? What is this? There's a tier list in here. Wait, here, I'll show you guys my screen. You can see exactly what I'm looking at. Hold on. Bam. There's a tier list in here that just has Lynette in it. Somebody made this tier list. It wasn't me. Here. Bam. Done. First tier list complete. Lynette to S tier. Easy. Okay. There's a whole lot more of these. Ooh, this is fun. Oh, this is the original 8. Let's go. Are you pulling for Alphen? Good luck. Here, I'll do you a favor, and while you're pulling for Alphen, I'll rate Theo highly. Actually, A for Alphen is where Theo goes. Fior S. Viola S. Miller D. It was garbage, oof. I feel bad. Gilderoy A, because he's great. Sophia C. Actually, no. Sophia B. Scarecrow C. Oh, that's right. I never actually ended the thing. Okay, hold on. Let me do a proper ending, and then we'll go into Octopath rankings here. Ending thoughts. Goes back. We're still playing Pardis in the background here. Heck yeah. Look at him, he's chilling. Okay. Ending thoughts. Honestly, just, this is not the end of my, Champions of the Continent career. I'm still gonna be playing this game afterwards. But yeah, just, look at this. Look at bosses like this. It's freaking amazing. This is so cool. The fact that, like, the game is completely free to play, technically, and completely, it's decently, like, doable even without spending any money on it. Like, I mean, I've gotten decently far, and I'm not even spending as much time on it as most of the people playing this game are, you know? I love the storyline. I think at some points it can get a little bit cringy, like just a tiny bit, you know? Valnorte's whole thing just did piss me off, okay? Like, that's not something I can control, I didn't like it. But the fact that they wrote this entire overarching storyline that tied in multiple countries and had political intrigue and a twist every chapter, and Elrica getting captured and then getting freaking executed. I think at some point in the story, 3 separate people have been beheaded and their heads have been mailed to other people. Like, that just keeps happening. And multiple people have betrayed Bargello at this point. Like, multiple people have betrayed multiple other people. It's really good. The fact that they've written all of this for a free game, technically, is amazing. And the fact that, you know, they've also included whole different ways to, like, pay for things in the gacha game and spend your in-game rubies in the gacha game. You can essentially end up pulling a lot of the characters you want just by kind of, like, waiting, I'm assuming. We've only been playing this game for a few months, you know, the global version hasn't been out for too long, but I can see that with games like FEH, if you wait long enough, you'll get a lot of the characters you want to get anyways. So, heck yeah. I'm down to see more of the story, and I haven't even talked about the next chapters. So at this point, we've played both the prologue and the first chapter of the stories after this one. I don't know the entire story yet, so I can't rate them, but they're all so interesting. They give you a kind of look into what this game is going to be like in the future, hopefully. The fact that, oh, that's true, yeah, the second chapter of Wealth, too, yeah. So we've played so far the prologue and first chapter of Wealth, Fame, and Power Bestower chapters. I think so the Power one deals with Tatlock the Conqueror from the West, and she is here to freaking conquer the kingdom of, I guess it's Alaune's kingdom now, but it used to be Pardus' kingdom. Edoras is the one we're talking about. They're here to conquer everything, okay? Like, Tatlock thinks she's amazing, and she probably is. She's kind of hot, TBH. And she, with the power of the Dancer's Ring, is here to destroy everything. And hey, that's kind of cool. I'm down to see more of it. Her music slaps. The cutscenes were amazing. It was really cool. And then you have Fame, in which, I guess, like, there is intrigue going on in the church. Like, Fina and Rinyu are there, and everything is cold, and the church people know that somebody is killing people, and then they're like, who is it? Who's doing it? And you get to kind of go around and investigate and find out what's happening, and you find out that, I forgot exactly what his name was. Oh yeah, Father Monaris. Father Monaris' daughter has been kidnapped, and you're like, oh shit, like, who kidnapped her? But it turns out that she was the one who was kind of orchestrating some of this stuff, and Monaris goes evil. Like, that was all really interesting. And the fact that you walk around like you're a detective in a murder mystery trying to exactly figure out what happens next, I thought that was really cool. And then, of course, you have Wealth, which we just experienced the third chapter, technically, of, if we're counting the prologue. But yeah, Bargello is seeing some new troubles in his country of Valor. Essentially, somebody calls themselves the Have-Not and begins freaking murdering rich people all across the continent. And I mean, he's like, I guess I have to stop that. I don't even know why we're stopping the Have-Not, honestly. At some point, we don't stop the Have-Not, because just now in the recent chapter, in Chapter 2 of Wealth, we allowed a full-scale rebellion to happen in the country of Sufratalja. And, yeah, like, we straight up let a guy get murdered and stabbed multiple times. It's amazing how much gruesomeness they can depict with simple pixel art. But I think it was still a very interesting story. The fact that Tiziano comes back to life, I did not see that coming. That was awesome. It's not that he came back to life, but, like, I mean, I guess he never died to begin with, but it was him, like, all this time, and he was the heir of, like, a fancy household or something. It's pretty great. I really like it. But, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff entirely. I enjoyed the way that all of those stories were going, and I'm excited to see what happens next. So, ending thoughts is that I appreciate this game for what it is. I'm really, really glad that it got more people into Octopath Traveler, and I'm excited to see what both COTC and Octopath 2 are going to do in the future. Okay, so that is officially the end of the COTC retrospective. After this, I'm going to be ranking normal Octopath things. So, like, Octopath Traveler 1, I will do my best not to spoil any of the big decisions. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. Like, right now, actually. I got, like, a little bit more time. And I want to rank some Octopath things. Let's do it. Okay. Octopath. Back to Octopath 1. Traveler 1. The multiple stabbings was intense. Yeah, it was so cool. What the frick? It was awesome. Yeah, good night, Skeptical. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Yeah, stick around for Octopath Traveler 1 if you're into that sort of thing. Okay. Let's bring up some Octopath tier lists. This was not Octopath. Oh, yo, thank you so much for the cheer. I appreciate it. Oh, the sound got murdered. Okay, but thank you so much for the cheer. I appreciate it. Heck yeah. Frames rip again? Oh no. Okay, here, let's do this. Pause that. Oh, there we go. Sound showed up now. We'll do that. Do this. Bring the tier list back. Are the frames dying again? They should be back right about now. I think I ended the video process. Are we good? Okay, hopefully people are around. Alright, nice. Yeah. Let's go find ourselves an Octopath tier list. Oh, there's character chapters? Oh, heck yeah. Oh, heck yeah. Oh, this could be a whole video. I remember every chapter in the story. Okay, I won't do this now. I won't do this now, because this is too good. I'm doing this later for sure. I love Octopath too much. Where's like a normal, simple one? Oh, there's an OST tier list? Oh my gosh. This is great. Yo. They have like all of them. This is so good. Oh, Grimar, hello. How's it going? Oh man, how many of these do I remember? Seems good. Nice. Don't walk into the light. Hey, I'm out here dying in multiple stories apparently. Scarecrow is B. I don't have Scarecrow, okay? I rated them based on what I knew of them. All right. No, this is too many. And you know what? I'll pull out the soundtracks that I like here. Settlement in the Red Bluffs, S tier, freaking amazing. Stolen Dreams, Lost Light. For some reason, I love that one. S tier. It's so good. It's freaking amazing. Cyrus's theme is awesome because it's in 3-time. Determination, yeah, that's the best one. I don't actually like Orwell that much. They Who Govern Reason is overrated, but it's still good. Decisive Battles 1, 2, and all the rest are also amazing. This is my recommendation for soundtracks. If everybody here would like to... Wait, what? Wait, what's Break, A Settlement in the Red Bluffs? What's the difference? What is this? What? What is this? What the heck? I have no idea. Oh, it's when you've broken someone in the Red Bluffs? I'm assuming. He's an amazing shield breaker. He is. Yeah, I've heard. 4-hit AoE, like, that's insane. Alphin's theme is pretty good. All the themes are really good. I think Cyrus's gets, like, special mention, though. Actually, Tress's is good, too. Where's his? Oh, they spelled Therion wrong. That's a little sad. That's okay. Oh, main theme is awesome. Main theme just gets you into the game like nothing else. It was so cool. All right, what else? Victor's Hollow, one of my favorites. Where's the Cold City? Where's the freaking Cold City? Frostlands. Is that the one? I don't remember. Break and Boost album must be. Yeah, is there like a special section in the Break and Boost album? I've heard everything in this. Oh, My Quiet Forest Home. That's a good one. I'm just picking out my favorites. Grand Port is like okay, it's actually not my favorite. Daughter of the Dark God is like decent. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Here. It's better than that. I don't know the difference between these boost and break versions actually. I don't think I've heard them. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I'm unsure. Town Veiled in White. That's the one I was looking for. Better. Han's personal theme took you by surprise? I thought it sounded good to me. I liked it. I have to give Atlas Dam credit for just being like a normal good theme. Like it's good. It's not bad. It exists. Primrose the Dancer, Han. The One They Call the Witch, pretty good too. I'll give Sunshade credit for not having a good theme necessarily, but like just I like Sunshade. The One They Call the Witch, yeah? This one? Daughter of the Dark God and The One They Call the Witch are both good. I would put them at the same place. I like them both equally. I like the casual opera voice that shows up and they start going like, they're like singing loudly. I'm like, alright. Got Liana twice in one night. Oh my god, Ogrimmar. That's amazing. Congrats. The Trees Have Eyes? So I've heard the soundtrack many times, but I forget some of the names. What the frick is The Trees Have Eyes? Is that like the joking theme? No, there's a joking theme here somewhere. I don't remember what it is. Flames Grace itself is pretty good too. Where's the Town Veiled in White? Yeah, that's decent. I think those are the themes I like. I might have missed a few, but... Sunshade Sands, The Desert is too good. I like Sunshade. Sunshade Sands, is there another one called Sunshade Sands? I don't remember exactly which one is the Sunshade theme, but it's good, whichever one it is. I'd rate it highly. Break has acoustic strings and Boost is metal as hell. Okay. I like both of those things. I don't think I've heard the like proper Break and Boost versions of them then. Because I've heard like the full soundtrack, the way that it is on YouTube. And also in the game. But I played the game like 3 or 4 years ago, so it's been a while. I like all the character themes. I would put all of them here. Ophelia the Cleric, Ulrich the Warrior, all of them. Just every freaking... Where are the rest of them? There's so many. Alphin. There's more. Tressa, we found one. Okay, now this is just gonna be a hunt. How many can we find? The desert theme? Really? I can like hear it right now and it's like okay, but it's not great. Am I hearing the wrong, like am I thinking of the wrong here? Let's find it, I guess. Actually no, then I'm gonna get struck for copyright on this video. Later. Later, I'll look it up. Gates of Phineas is actually pretty decent too. I'll put that here. Where's the other people? Where's my boys and girls? Haunted the Hunter. Okay, we're missing... Because we have Cyrus up here, I think. Cyrus is up there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're missing 2. Where are they at? Primrose. Therion. Haha, okay, done. Yeah, this is my tier list. Kind of. It's not even a tier list, it's just all of these are good. They're all good. They're all good in no particular order. This is the top tier music tier list. Save. Sure. Music. Download image. Alright, where's the character tier list? I could do the story one really fast, I guess. Probably not gonna be able to do that. Yeah, let's bring it up. Where's that story one? Octopath Traveler. No, this is the one that just has literally one Lynette in it and no one else. That's hilarious. Here? Sunshade Sands or Sunlands or something like that. I feel like that... What is this? This tier list has one thing in it and it's... If anyone is to see it, they shall know of your failure here today. That's great. That's hilarious. Did I just get pranked by a tier list? I think I just got pranked by a tier list. This is just a scene from Therion Chapter 1, where Heathcote is bashing Therion. That's basically all this is. That's hilarious. Top tier list. Let's go. I don't even remember which one that is. I'm gonna click on it again. You can imagine Primrose dancing to it. Ah, that's fair. I mean, to be fair... I already did this one. Decisive Battle 2 S tier. Yeah, Decisive Battle, all of the Decisive Battles are just so good. Oh, Octopath bosses! Oh, that's fun. Oh, this is definitely spoilers. Frick. I said I wouldn't spoil things, wouldn't I? That's so spoilers. Okay, let's not do it. I'll do an Octopath retrospective later, because I have a lot to say about Octopath. No, it's okay. I won't do spoilers. That's definitely spoilers. Where's like the character? I want one with just the normal freaking Octopath characters. Why is that not a thing? I looked up Octopath, right? Yeah. Story tier list? Job tier? COTC? Towns and cities? Okay, that's not really a spoiler. Like, these are just places. They don't mean anything. Right? It's funny having them on the same team? Who? I may have missed something in the conversation. Okay, this isn't a spoiler. Let's go. Atlas Dam. Where's Wellspring? My favorite city is Wellspring. For reasons. Wellspring! Heck yeah! I love Wellspring. Whisper Mill! Heck yeah! I had a great experience with Whisper Mill. It's one of the last cities you get, or okay, it's one of the Ring 3 cities you get to, so you take a little bit more time getting to it. And it was the first Ring 3 city that I ever got to, and I got there way too early in the game. So I was like, I was shocked, and I loved it. What else? Whisper Mill was so good. Yeah, I really loved it. The fact that Whisper Mill even exists, and you have to imagine, this is how I got there, okay? I think I didn't even have, like, I might have had all of the chapter 1s, so maybe I had every character. I hadn't started even the chapter 2s or something like that, and then I just thought to myself, hey, can I use evasive maneuvers and, like, run away real fast and, like, some speed items to get myself all the way to a Ring 3 city? And you can, actually. So I might have actually done some of the chapter 2s too. I don't remember exactly where I was in the story, but I was definitely not at the chapter 3 level. So I got to Whisper Mill, and I'm not going to spoil Whisper Mill, but it's just, it was different than what I thought it would be, you know? And I was like, oh gosh, okay, I shouldn't be here. I need to leave. So I got out. And you know, the music that plays is one of the ones that I rated S tier. I forgot the exact name. It's like Stolen Dreams, Lost Light or something. Also, Frank, hello. Yo. Great to see you here. Oh, funny having Heathcote and Therion on the same team. Yeah, COTC really screws some shit up, doesn't it? Like, imagine Cyrus and Therese on the same team, and Therese is just, like, fangirling from a distance. Happy Wednesday to you, too. Heck yeah. Still Snow... I like what happened in Still Snow. Cobblestone gets credit for being the starting city of a character I like. That's basically it. Orwell, nothing special about Orwell, really. Duskbarrow, it's cool. It's cool. The things that happen there aren't necessarily related to the town, so I don't count. Oh, Marceline. How could I forget Marceline? Oh gosh, I love Marceline. Top tier city. Marceline's king and King Solon would get along so well. They'd be best friends. Victor's Hollow is actually a really cool city. Put it in top A. Grandport also. Like Victor's Hollow and Grandport. I'm really looking forward to, do we have Grandport yet? We don't have Grandport, right? I don't think we have Grandport in COTC, but when we get it, it's gonna be so fun. I'm looking forward to it. Okay, what else? Everhold. Ooh, that's a good one. Riverford, also a good one for reasons. Noble Court, nothing much happens there. Will I be playing Octopath Traveler 2? Heck yeah, I will. I will be playing Octopath Traveler 2 exactly when it comes out. I've been like a kind of sleeper fan of Octopath for quite a long time. And honestly, no one really knew about Octopath, I feel like. Like, back when I was a fan of Octopath, it felt like nobody cared about Octopath. And then, you know, COTC came out for the English population. Actually, I was a fan, and then Gachapath came out in Japanese, and everyone was like, oh, yo, this is so cool. And I was like, I can't play this because I don't speak Japanese. And then, like, multiple years later, here we are. It's finally out for global, so heck yeah. When did I play Octopath 1? Not when it originally came out, I think, but, like, very close after it originally came out. I played it decently quickly. And I loved it, it was so good, but I could see why people had problems with it. If I ever do a proper Octopath retrospective, I'm gonna talk about that. Same A. It's a good game, isn't it? It's so good, I love it. Yeah, I'm glad to see that a lot of other people are making it a lot more popular nowadays, so it's good to have. Summer 19, yeah, something like that. Wait, it came out in like 2018 or something, right? I might have played it then, I don't actually remember. Something like that. Flames Grace is nice, but actually Orwell? Nothing happens in Orwell. Northreach is cool, but only because of one character that doesn't even have a story there. Somebody from another person's story shows up in Northreach at the end of the game, and I love that. Ripple-Tide is cool because Tressa lives there. That's basically it. Sunshade is cool because Primrose lives there, and that's basically it. Clearbrook is cool because both Alphen and Zeph live there. That's 2 people. Oh, it even beats Flames Grace. Wow, because I don't like Liana. Boulder Fall? I mean, Therion, Heathcote, Cordelia. It's better than... Okay, Boulderfall, I stayed in Boulderfall way longer than I should have every time I was there, and that's not because Boulderfall is a good city, it's because the music that plays there is like the best music in the game. Settlement in the Red Bluffs, I think. Sunshade gets knocked down a peg, oof. I hate that. Rip Sunshade. Nothing much happens in... I mean, the story is good in Sunshade, but the place itself is not... It's not a good place. It's just not a good place. Okay, what do we got left? Quarry Crest. I love Quarry Crest because a certain somebody lives there. Even above Cobblestone. Riverford beats out Cobblestone, actually. And then Still Snow goes here, and Ripple-Tide goes there. Okay. Swarky. Man, I couldn't deal with the whole Old English thing because it's not proper Old English. If it had been proper Old English, perhaps I would have been rather intrigued by the way that everybody spoke a very specific dialect in that specific place. I mean, that's a spoiler, ain't it? There's a reason that ain't there. Yeah, if that was there, no, it would go below Wellspring and Marceline, I love. I'm rather partial. I am actually extremely partial to Wellspring, Marceline, and Atlas Dam. I'm gonna move Swarky here. Oh, you know what? Where's Northreach? Northreach gets a plus. Wait. Yeah, Northreach gets a plus for being... Oh, it wasn't Northreach. Oh, this isn't gonna mean anything to anyone who hasn't played the game, but, Riverford. Riverford gets a plus over Quarry Crest for being the setting of the backstory of another character from a different route, and it completely explains, I think, why that character acts the way they do. Also, in a slightly related and also maybe unrelated note, I love the fact that a certain character speaks Cockney English slang. Like, you know, calls, thieves, tea leaves, etc. Like, you have to, it's like rhyming slang, so you say words based on other words that rhyme with them, or sound the same as them in very specific ways, and it was really cool, and I love the way that they did that, and it's only one person who ever speaks that way in the entire game, but it was really funny that it was that specific character. Yeah, I have to give it... I have to give them credit for including Cockney rhyming slang in a game like this. Thought that was really funny. Why is Goldshore not on this list? Where's Grandport? It's like the same place. I mean, it's not, but, you know. Okay, I guess, like, what, Alphen and Ophelia have their chapters here or something, I think? Yeah, it's... Grandport's better. Swarky's still worse. Actually, Swarky's going below Northreach and Still Snow, because I like the stuff that happens there more. Clearbrook is same. Okay, Stoneguard. Nothing much happens in Stoneguard. There. Saintsbridge. Ugh. I can't deal with Saintsbridge. Because nothing happens in Saintsbridge. Wait, was Saintsbridge Alphen 3? Oh, wait. Saintsbridge might have been... It's definitely Ophelia 2, but I think it's also Alphen 3. Oh. Okay, Alphen 3 is good, but it's not... Alphen 3 is good, but it's not, like... It's not tied to Saintsbridge, because I can't even remember if it takes place in Saintsbridge, so Saintsbridge still goes in D. And Ophelia 2 is just not a good chapter. I would probably rank that as my worst chapter. Okay, let's move everything up. Quarry Crest. Still Snow, let's go. How did I like Bestower of Wealth 2? Ooh, I liked it. I thought it was quite good. I'm a fan of this entire story, actually. The way it's going, I've been a fan the entire time. I'm very impressed by the amount of effort they've put into this entire story, so I'm enjoying it. Without spoiling it, I thought it was a decent continuation to the story. Stoneguard was a town that had too many loading screens with not that much in it. Yeah, I might be biasing Stoneguard because I think, what, Cyrus 3? Something like that happens there? Is it Cyrus 3? It's definitely Haunted 2. Wait, no. Is it Haunted 3? Oh, shit. I definitely know these. Hold on. Haunted 2 is Still Snow. Haunted 3. Oh, okay. You know what? You know what? Fun challenge for Lynn in the last 10 minutes I have. Can I name every chapter and where it happens? Let's go. Let's do this. Okay. Wellspring. Olberic 3, Therion 3. Marcelim, Haunted 4. Atlas Dam, Cyrus 1. Whisper Mill. Ophelia 4. Riverford, Olberic 4. Quarry Crest. Cyrus 2, Tressa 2. Cobblestone. Olberic 1. Everhold. Primrose 4, very good place. Victor's Hollow. Tressa 3 and Olberic 2. Grandport. Now we're coming to the... Because I like the ones at the top more, so I know them more. Grandport, Tressa 4, Goldshore, Ophelia 3, Alphen 2, Still Snow, Haunted 3, Primrose 2, Northreach, Therion 4, Swarky, Haunted 1, Clearbook, Alphen 1, Flames Grace, Ophelia 1, Boulderfall, Therion 1, Ripple-Tide, Tressa 1, Sunshade, Primrose 1, Stoneguard is the one that I freaking forgot. I think it's Haunted 2 and... Wait, did I say Haunted 2 somewhere else? Oh, Haunted 3 is Still Snow, so Haunted 2 is Stoneguard. Oh, Assyria, hello. Yeah, Haunted 2 is Stoneguard, and then Cyrus 3 is Stoneguard? What the frick happens in Cyrus 3? Man, I've forgotten. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, I remember what happens. That was Stoneguard? Wow, I don't tie that into the location of Stoneguard at all. Okay, interesting. And then... and then Orwell is Alphen 4. Duskbarrow, Cyrus 4. Noble Court is... Oh, shit. Therion 2, Primrose 3, I want to say. And Saintsbridge is... Man, I really don't remember what happens in Saintsbridge at all, do I? Ophelia 2, Alphen 3. Okay, that's my guesses. I could be wrong about some of those, but I don't think I am. Let's go! Oh, this is fun for me. Man, it's been like, what, 4 years since I played this game? I think I remember the entire story. Like, I promise I didn't, like, prep for this or anything. I didn't even think I'd be doing this. I thought I would talk about COTC the whole time. I didn't think I'd be here talking about Traveler. But I have, what, 7 minutes left? 7 minutes. So I'm gonna have fun. You should really get to playing COTC. We're actually talking about Octopath... oh gosh, I can't speak. Octopath Traveler 1, which is a great game. I will, of course, by the way, if you're watching this currently, if you haven't given me a follow yet, I guess I should have said that earlier. If you haven't given me a follow yet, or, you know, some other type of support, whatever you feel comfortable with, please feel free to do so. We also do have a Discord, so feel free to join that too. I play Tactics Ogre. I'm a Triangle Strategy also player. I've done a bunch of challenge runs of Triangle Strategy in the past. I played Deathless Hard Mode New Game Plus, Frederica Route, and I played Golden Route on my first playthrough of the game ever. Golden Route Hard Mode New Game. which you're kind of not supposed to do, but I ended up there on accident because I made all my decisions as a as a group collective on stream. I just did whatever the majority vote told me to, and we ended up on Golden Route, which was great. I think some people were pushing me towards Golden Route intentionally. Some people just, you know, made the choices that led us to Golden Route, and the overall collective took us there with every single constraint fulfilled. It was really funny. And I loved it. It was such a fun challenge. Definitely well worth the effort. Deathless was amazing too. I loved playing Deathless. And I'm enjoying the heck out of Tactics Ogre, by the way. Stop by tomorrow for that. Or not tomorrow, sorry. I guess it's Friday? Yeah, Friday 5 p.m. PT or Sunday 1 p.m. PT. I'll be playing that both. Tried to get me to Frederica route, low-key. Did ya? Well, you didn't succeed, did you? No, I'm kidding. I did end up on Frederica route the second time through, so hey, you won there. I'm looking for a normal freaking tier list of the normal freaking Octopath Traveler characters, and I can't freaking find one. This is COTC. I just want the 8 Octopath Traveler. Oh, here. Party members? There's no one here. Oh, I found it! I found it. Yeah, Friday stream might not be on. My announcements for characters, or not for characters, my announcements for whether I'll be streaming or not are usually posted on Discord. In fact, they are always posted on Discord, so do check that out. If you haven't yet joined the Discord, that's where my notifications will be. I keep everyone updated there. If you got like delays or anything like that, that's always gonna be there, so yeah. I think I might not be there on Friday. I've got a puzzle room, and I don't think I'll be able to get back in time. I'm doing a puzzle room with some friends. That'll be fun. As you can see, I do love myself some puzzle and strategy. Alright, I found it. Let's go. This is it. We'll end with this. Here's my ranking of the Octopath Traveler 1 characters. Oh gosh, I haven't decided this. I gotta think. Okay. That's it. That's gonna be the tier list. My faves are easy to spot, and my main team back when I played Octopath Traveler was definitely Ulbrich, Cyrus, Tressa. I swapped in the 4th as necessary, and I never grinded. I leveled up by simply going to the place that had the most strong enemies that I could face, and coming up with an elaborate strategy to kill one normal freaking enemy. And then, like, my whole team would go up multiple levels. Oh, the guy in yeah. This is Therion. And he looks like Anna. That's the one, yeah. That's exactly him. Philip, which tier? Ooh. I mean, he's Philip. He's not like... He doesn't do much. I mean, okay, I like Philip. I like Philip. He'd be like low A tier. Philip goes here. Earhart goes here. I like controversial characters, what can I say? Therese goes like... Therese goes like here-ish, maybe. Actually, I'm gonna swap Primrose here. Yeah, I like Primrose. Therese goes before Ophelia, but after Primrose. I do like Therion a lot, by the way. I want to specify that I like all these characters. This is like S, A++, A, and like... Wait, frick. A+, and A. Like, I love everybody. I like all 8 of them. It's just that if I had to rank them, this would be it. Anna greater than Therion? Ooh. Yeah, Anna, yeah. Well... Okay, well, here's the thing, though, right? Like, there's a discrepancy in story here. Like, Therion gets an 1/8 of a game devoted to him. Anna is one of the main characters of Triangle Strategy, technically, but, I mean, she's... The game is not focused on her. Most of the game is focused on the main 4, so, They look very similar. Yeah, this is exactly why when I started playing Anna, I was like, wait, that's just Therion but a girl. They're very, very similar. Therion is a thief, too. So is Aria. I'm just saying, if you play Octopath, you're gonna like this guy. Therion, by the way, is a fan favorite. Like, I think, here's the fan perception. Okay, this is my perception. Wait, hold on. Save. Download image. Octo tier. Done. Yeah, this is the fan tier list. I'm being kind of mean to the fans, but this is what fans like. This is like the AO3 fanfiction tier list right here. Like, this is what you'll get. Cause like, Therion is hot, and Alphen is hot, and Cyrus is hot. So people like that. And then Haunted is hot, and Primrose is hot, and Ophelia is also hot, so people like that. And Tressa is a little bit too young to call hot, so like, she's down here. And Ulbrich is a little bit too old to be called hot, so he's down here. Like, this is not what I think, by the way, okay? I'm being very clear. This is like the joke tier list. This is what, like, the ultimate collective of fans writing and drawing content for Octopath Traveler would put Therion actually on, like, a tier above everybody else. Therion exists as, like, the ultimate representative of Octopath Traveler in the minds of pretty much everyone here. You know what? Here, he gets his own S tier. This is what this is what the fans like. Okay, it is now 8:11, which means it is the end of my stream. Thank you so much for sticking around, folks. If you're currently watching this and haven't given me a follow, like, or whatever the frick you do on these platforms, who knows? Then yeah, please do that. I appreciate all the support. If you haven't checked me out, I've got a YouTube and, like, I draw some stuff on Twitter and Reddit sometimes. If you've seen anyone posting with an hourglass stamp, that's me. I'm Lynn. Yeah, what else? That's it. Oh, and you haven't joined the Discord, then do that too. Okay, that's all. See ya, guys. This was a great retrospective. I really enjoy these, and I'm gonna be doing more of these in the future too. Stick around to see more. Bye!